You're doing a good job.
Look who's calling.
Mm.
Hello?
Hey, Naira. This is T.
Hey, T. How you doing?
I'm good. I actually just came out of a meeting and the offer that I just fell through actually. So I was wondering if you were still on board for that. And also, I talked to a major plug, and he has opened up the pipelines for me. So with him doing that, the extra hustle I was telling you about with that cute face to go with it is open as well. So I was just wondering if you are still interested.
You know what? I'm down. I'm with it.
Okay, let's get this started. I'll be bringing you the paperwork. We'll go over that, and then I'll let you know about the other things.
Okay, I'm looking forward to speaking to you. Thank you for calling me.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Wow. And that's why I never trusted her in the first place.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her tune it up.
I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration, but I have to shout out Switching Lanes, season 1, season 2, and season 3, starring none other than Miss Parker and myself, Shankrock. Make sure y'all check out all 3 seasons. They are on my platform as well as Miss Parker. Once again, make sure everybody check out all 3 seasons of Switching Lanes. Now, we are going to jump into this demonstration of the Nazaria Harris case. Jarvis telling Shannon, tell your mom to fix it, proves one thing. Salute to the chat. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to my moderators. I will entertain the chat in a minute, and we will be going over a lot of these jail calls. Now, from the beginning of these jail calls, I have said a lot of people are focusing in on Shannon. A lot of people are focused in on Jarvis's stable of women. But I've said, let us not take our attention off of Miss Annette. I said because Miss Annette is the ringleader in everything that we have been seeing. She's the matriarch. And I believe we heard those exact words from a particular family member, that Miss Annette was the matriarch. Shannon asked Miss Annette, what should we do? Should we call the police on January the 9th? And Miss Annette said, no, we are going to wait until tomorrow. What would make Jarvis tell Shannon to tell your mom to fix this? See, once you get into the case, you're going to understand and you're going to learn certain things about this case, that even though there are some things about the case that we don't know, the main thing about this case that we don't know where Nazaya's body is at, and that's true. But the one thing that everybody knows that Miss Annette knows exactly what happened to Nazaya, and everybody knows that Miss Annette knows who done it to Nazaya. Drop a 1 if you agree with me. Drop a 2 if you disagree, because it might be somebody out there that might disagree. I just want to see where everybody's head is at, because there might be somebody out there that might feel different. There's nowhere in the world that you're going to tell me that a grandmother's granddaughter is missing. She don't come home from school and she's missing. There's nowhere in the world that the grandmother is going to tell her daughter, "Nah, we'll wait until tomorrow to call the police." And then on the next day, the grandmother don't even call the police. The grandmother reports it to the school. And on top of that, the grandmother gets on the witness stand at the preliminary, and the main suspect is in the courtroom, and the grandmother says she can't see him. And then there's other things that can be pointed out that the grandmother missed out, or the grandmother has blatantly lied on, or is inconsistent with. One thing that the grandmother misled the courts was that Jarvis hardly ever comes in the house. Well, when I went down a rabbit hole and pulled the evangelist out of the rabbit hole, I was able to pull the video, the birthday video that the evangelist took of Jarvis showing up at the birthday party and Miss Annette breaking her neck to get the Jarvis, and made the comments, "I thought you was going to be more a part of the family. You got to stop dropping in like this." And then allegedly, and I got to say allegedly, Miss Annette and Jarvis was caught in the bedroom together with the door locked. And they claimed that Jarvis was in the room painting. Now, there's a lot that we're going to be chopping it up about. I'm going to be going over a lot of the phone calls. I will be dropping the link. This is going to be an open panel. Anybody that feels free to join me on the panel, feel free to click on the blue StreamYard link. Appreciate the super sticker, Janice. Appreciate the super sticker. I want to talk to everybody about the pills. Now, we've heard this. We've heard about these pills way before the actual phone calls came out, right? And I'm going to say allegedly. Allegedly, Naziah was given some pills to abort the baby. Now, we heard that Naziah was in school and Naziah was balled up on the floor in a knot. We heard that Naziah needed to speak with, I believe, a counselor or a teacher, and she was unable to speak with the counselor. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all can correct me. However, we are aware that she was balled up on the floor in school, and it was said that she was given some pills. Now, you know, it's believed that Jarvis and Annette was behind these pills. How many of y'all believe that? Drop a 1 if it's a possibility that Jarvis and Annette was behind that. Now, I do know that everybody is pretty much going to include Shannon in that. And that's fine. That's fine. Look, I know that everybody still includes Shannon in everything. And that's fine. That's fine. But how many of y'all still feel, or how many of y'all feel like Jarvis and Annette was a part of the pill giving? Because on that phone call, and that's why I gotta keep shouting out Anna B, and I gotta keep shouting out Shanitra Speaks. Now, to my knowledge, Anna B was the first one to release the phone calls, and then Shanitra Speaks came behind her. So I do have to give both of those ladies their flowers. And whoever else comes behind, I got to give everybody their flowers, because those phone calls are very, very important. I see you, Leslie Bing. Alicia says, 1, Jarvis knew exactly where to get those pills from because he gave them out like candy. Those phone calls have shed, the phone calls, y'all, the phone calls have really busted this case wide open. And I'm just praying, and I don't pray for much. I give thanks, but I don't pray and ask for much. But I'm just asking that God make a way that we get them 2025 and 2026 phone calls, because I'm sure on them 2025 and on them 2026 phone calls, we think that these 2024 phone calls has revealed some interesting things. I could just imagine what the 2025 and 2026 phone calls would reveal to us. They were all disgusting. Kizzy that tricks. And I'm going to ride on Kizzy's funky ass, y'all. I got to. My doctors, if y'all watching, I'm sorry. I know y'all told me to lay off of the funky ass hoes, but I got to get Kizzy funky ass. I got to get her, y'all. I got to get all they funky asses now. Don't get it twisted. But Kizzy, I got to get that funky ass hoe. I see you, perfectionists. I see ya. I see you. Yes, I got to get her, y'all, because I see you, Kenyatta. Because the way how she carried it, now, that was just straight disrespect, y'all. You don't get no more disrespectful. Well, I'm sure you could get more disrespectful, but what Kizzy done was very, very disrespectful. And I'll get back to Dizzy, Kizzy, Funky, you know what. Get them shanked. So the phone calls. Now, Jarvis tells Shannon on the phone calls, on that phone call that we heard, man, get your mother to fix this. All right. Now, if Jarvis didn't do anything, stay right there, everybody. If he didn't do anything, why would he need Miss Annette to fix anything? For those that think that Jarvis didn't do anything. So I'm talking to everybody that think Jarvis didn't do anything. For everybody that think Jarvis was set up, talk to me about that. Everybody that think Jarvis was set up, talk to me about that. Why would he need Miss Annette to fix anything? Anybody want to take a shot at it? I'll wait. And y'all can take as long as y'all need. How much time y'all need? Why would Jarvis need Miss Annette to fix it if he didn't do anything? His specific words. Man, get your mother to fix this shit. Get your mother to fix this shit. I see you, Smurf. In my opinion, Miss Annette and Jarvis could have been in on it together. All right. Kenyatta says, because they all had a plan, they only Jarvis himself went by it. Okay. That's a good point. Why would you need anyone to fix something when you're innocent? And that's where I'm at with it. Belinda says Shank 100. That's where I'm at with it. It's a group effort to act dumb around there. So that's where I can feel, okay, maybe it was Jarvis and Miss Annette. And to everybody that feel like Shannon played a part in it as well. But for right now, I'm just zooming in on Jarvis and Miss Annette. And I'll keep Shannon on the table. But for right now, I'm just zooming in on Miss Annette and Jarvis. Jarvis should have told his attorney no matter what. I said the same thing today, Belinda. I said that if Jarvis and Miss Annette was in on this together, it comes back to what I was saying, y'all. Why would Jarvis take the red rum by himself? Why not say, hold up. Look, all right, I'm guilty, but I ain't the only one. Now, some might say, Shank, Jarvis had to stick to the code of the streets. He got caught, so he couldn't snitch. So let's keep that on the table. But Linda says, yep. Come on, Jarvis. Come on, y'all. Look, now I was expecting more people to build with me. Belinda says 100. I was expecting more people to build with me. The Reclaiming Her says, Annette has the DPD connections. That's why he said, talk to your mother. I'm right there to Reclaiming Her. I'm right there. So can we say that Jarvis red rum Naziah with Miss Annette? Because why would he tell her to fix it? So that's the whole purpose of this demonstration. Jarvis telling Shannon, tell your mom to fix it, proves one thing. That's what I want to get out of this demonstration. The one thing, the reason why Jarvis told Shannon to tell your mother to fix it proves one thing. I want to get one thing out of that. Or say I'm guilty to a point is what he should have told, or what he should have to his lawyer, told to his lawyer and explain what he meant. That's where I'm at. It's like he took the red rum because snitching on them was still not getting him out of spending most of his life in jail. Now, I've seen it work. If Jarvis would have snitched on Annette and let's say Shannon, I seen it work. I seen it would have worked in Jarvis' favor in some situations because he could have possibility gave up other crimes that Annette may have committed that the state of Michigan had no knowledge of. Kenyatta says his attorney told him it didn't look good on him because he was inappropriate touching her, which he's the first suspect. I get it. I see you, Mel. Leslie says Jarvis monster butt deleted Naziah trying to give her. I've seen that before. And it's strange because I've seen where as though the actual person that committed the actual red rum gave up the person that actually put the hit on somebody. So it was a case where somebody put a hit on somebody else, right? Now, the person that took the hit and actually did the red rum, they gave up the person who put the hit out, and the person that actually did the red rum, by them giving up the person that put the hit out, that person that did the red rum, they got lesser time than the person that put the hit out. So what I'm saying is the person that actually snitched is the one that got the lesser time. So in Jarvis' case, possibility, if Jarvis would have snitched first, it's a strong possibility that Jarvis could have gotten the lesser sentence. Mel says, what was she supposed to fix? Or what was she supposed? I think you're saying, what was she supposed to fix? I think, Mel, but you could, that y'all know what I'm trying to say. Perfectionist says, Shank, right, okay. It seems to me that someone has connections on the inside as to the reason no one else was charged with anything. True, CJ. Now, allegedly, now this is what I said, and I always went off what Roxy said when Roxy said Shannon was given immunity. And I know some still believe that Shannon was never given immunity, but I've always believed that Shannon was given immunity. Drop a 4 if y'all feel like Shannon was given immunity. SA is one thing, but the M charge should have made him give it up. I think Jarvis did it. I'm with you, Belinda. Right, Mel. Fix what? They gave her something. He dropped her off and she died with them. They called him to help do the cleanup. Then they flipped on her. Everything pointed to butts. He did this alone with a motive. I see some 4s. Okay, now I'm going to just switch lanes for 1 second. What do y'all think about the new woman? And I think Mel and some of us from earlier today spoke about this new woman. I think she's older than Jarvis. What do y'all think about the new woman? I see you, Chandra. Kenyatta says, Debo also said Shannon was given immunity. There you go. So could Annette been given immunity as well? What do y'all think about the new woman? Chick says nothing. I'm going to play just a little bit of the new woman, y'all. Just a little bit. Both of them had immunity, okay? Mel says, yes. What was she supposed to be fixing? I don't think they had that. I don't think they gave that baby antifreeze. All right. Nell dropped the 1. All right. Let's just tap into just a little bit of the new woman.
You understand that?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm totally different. And for the record, my feelings never left. I just had to grow up and accept that, man. You moved on.
Okay. So she isn't new. Just stay hidden from view. Okay. So you hear him say he just had to grow up. All right. Jarvis is always the innocent victim. He couldn't create a lie enough to tell on them because he would partially tell on himself, and not being an innocent victim is impossible for him. Maybe the story that was put about Shannon be her niece that night. Why would she get immunity? Why would immunity be given? Well, Annette was facing possible jail time. Shank, I thought you stopped these ads. I cut them to a minimum, Kenyatta. I don't run them aggressive. But I gotta continue the ads. But I just cut them to a minimum. What you want me to cut them to a low? All right, y'all. The next demonstration, I'll cut them to a low. Well, let me guess. Y'all want me to just cut the ads completely, right? And make sure y'all subscribe to my moderator, April's channel. April is trying to get her channel up and running. April, make sure you drop your link. If I could get everybody to subscribe to April's channel. That woman was going through a midlife crisis. Jarvis didn't want her like that. All right, y'all. Let me get back to her, y'all. Let me get back to her. And once again, if I could get everybody to subscribe to April's channel.
Say it for 'em. You know, you snuck in every blue moon and you know, said what you said and all that shit. You know what I mean? And I got it, but you know that wasn't from my end. You know what I mean? You had a way to reach out to me, but I couldn't reach out to you. You understand that? You know what I'm saying? Then out of the blue, you just now, you know, just it caught me the fuck off guard. You know, just out of the blue. Now you reach out to me, and I and for the longest, man, you could have reached out and established, man, what was on your mind. You understand what I'm saying to you? Finished business thing, I don't think we have any unfinished business, but there are things that need to be answered. And I think some more so now it's more curiosity on your end. It's more so curiosity on your end.
Well, also wanting to say that I feel like I don't think that's curiosity. I think that's wanting to know if now that you are different, that you say you're different, that if we would be compatible now, same page, so to speak.
You can't tell I'm different?
If I didn't think it was different at all, I really don't think I would be interested. So you were trying to establish anything.
We just have to cross that bridge when we get to it, huh? I said we just have to cross that bridge when we get to it, then, huh? Hello? And then you said something about, man, dating. What do you want from a motherfucker that you date?
With the wild somehow?
You want a motherfucker that date? What is it that you're talking about today? What is wrong with him?
Now let me just slide in for a second, John, and I gotta say this, and it's different from this conversation. But before I forget, now earlier today when I had Kenya on my panel, now y'all know that I've always said when Shannon was talking to Jarvis, I've always felt like Shannon and Jarvis wasn't talking in code, but Kenya felt as though Shannon was talking to Jarvis in code. So if I don't talk about Jarvis and Shannon talking in code, somebody remind me. All right. If y'all don't hear me get back to talking about Shannon and Jarvis conversation, talking in code, make sure somebody remind me to talk about it. All right. Appreciate the super sticker, Smurf.
You said what's wrong?
You said that you said something about you dating. You don't fuck with bitches. And something about some niggas. Because you have your friends, man. You have your male friends that you talk to. Why none of them speak your interest?
I don't think my friend that I talk to now, I don't feel compatible with him like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I just feel like it's just locally been just a fresh up, you know. And I don't see myself being interested in him, you know, in a relationship,
Does he
in a
know that?
relationship type way. Yeah, he knows that.
Just the older guy? Or somebody
Yeah,
different?
it's the older guy.
Why is it because of his age?
It's got a lot to do with his age because I ain't never really dated nobody that far in age away from me and older than me. And he's 65.
He's 50. He's going to be 53. Same age
And
there.
yeah, but it shows in every way. You know what I'm saying? It shows in every way.
So let me get this straight, y'all, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all could build with me or y'all could destroy, all right? Now, she's dating a dude that's older than her, probably give her the world. She's willing to sacrifice a relationship with this older dude because they're not compatible. She's willing to take a chance with this jailbird ass Negro that's 12 years or 13 years younger than her, that ain't got a pot to piss in, that ain't got a damn thing to offer her, that ain't got nothing going on for himself. See, this is the problem right here. The problem be when situations like this occur. Some women, a minority, let me say that, because I gotta save my funky ass hoes demonstration for Kizzy. All right? Kizzy is getting my funky ass hoe demonstration. The problem is a small minority of females will pass up and ruin a relationship with a good guy because we're not compatible and chase after a sorry ass jailbird like Monster Butts. Do y'all follow me? Do y'all follow me? Let me take my doctor's advice and just relax. Cause I'm gonna save my funky ass whole demonstration for Kizzy. Let me get back to the jail call, y'all.
And I don't like it.
Okay, so just say you found a friend in your age group, in your age bracket, right? Then what?
Well, I would have to be open-minded to something like that, and I don't think I am. I don't think I'm open to easily even dating anybody besides what I got going on with you right now.
Why?
Because I'm more concerned about if I'm talking to you every day or if we communicating or what's going on with that, and I can't even see you right now other than on video chats and stuff like that. But I don't. I'm not. I'm not emotionally available to anybody right now.
Imagine being able to build anything, a complete AI creation.
Eight 15.
You know, when I get 820. But I understand. Okay, I understand. Like I said, we'll talk about it more. And I know I heard what you said the last time too, man. It's like you don't think, man, but you know, I might come off a little harsh, and I might come off as a little nonchalant type shit, man. But you got to understand, like we didn't absolutely just, you know, part on a good note. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not holding no grudge or none of that, man. You know, I forgive and forget. You know what I mean? But you know, it's things that we really got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And it's a conversation that can't be avoided. You know what I mean? Because I want to be for sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't get it wrong. You know, like I said, I don't think that I don't give a fuck about you. Don't think that I don't care or I'm not interested in none of this because that's not the case. But it's been a lot of years in between the 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't get it twisted, man. Like, I would love to see.
All right, let's chop it up a little bit, y'all. All right. So this phone call was on August the 27th of 2024, 30 days before Jarvis was charged. All right. Perfectionist says low self-esteem. Mel says, but he's telling her that in so many words. Jarvis is speaking to this woman with clarity because she broke him in when he was 13 and she was 25. Then she jetted with a grown man because he did say he can forgive. So obviously she did do something to Jarvis. So I'm with you on that, Mel, because she did do something to Jarvis. He makes that clear, as Mel said. He's speaking with clarity. Because he said he can forgive. Ain't nothing but free space between her ears. He wasn't going to start over finding some new kids in her city. Risk getting beat. Annette and Shannon help with the kids. Naive and a BSer. I think that's what that means. Once again, make sure y'all subscribe to my moderator, April's channel. She's trying to get her YouTube channel up and going. She already got it twisted. I don't know. He said he might come off a little nonchalant. What? Wait. I see you, Tootie. He must have feelings for her. He was 22 and she was 32. He is speaking with her way differently than the other women. This woman was his love. I can see where you going, Mel, but not necessarily. She's older. She's more seasoned. So he knows that he can't come at her the way that he comes at the other women. You know, now me being a man, I know I can come at certain women a different way. You know, when I'm running game, you know, an older woman, a seasoned vet, I can't come at her the way I can come at a young girl. A kizzy, a hoe that's made for the track, I can come at a kizzy any kind of way. A kizzy, I can tell a kizzy any kind of damn thing because she's made for the track. A nay, you know, I gotta be careful with nay, but then again, I don't gotta be careful with nay because when I'm dealing with a nay, at times I gotta break a nay down, and then I have to build a nay up. So with a nay, it's break her down, build her up. So a man, he has different ways, he has different methods. At certain times, you know, he has to do this, he has to do that. But when a man is dealing with an older woman, when a man is dealing with a seasoned vet, he's very, very cautious on how he's dealing with her. And it don't necessarily have to be love involved. So I'm with you borderline, Mel. I'm borderline. It can be love. It can be love, but not all the time. It's just he knows that she's an older woman and he knows that she's a seasoned vet. And so he got to move with caution. But I'm with you, Mel. Let me grab a few more comments and then we're going to get back. She turned him out. True. OMG, she's sick as he was. Everyone always does something to Jarvis. All these women end up apologizing to him over some BS he creates. Subscribe. I see you, Precious. He has to approach her differently. Facts. That's right, Shank. He doesn't love her. Jarvis is being who she needs him to be for her. And that's facts. That's where I'm at. He fell in love, but she was grown and he was a kid. I'm with you. He did have feelings for her, but that was when they were together last time. That's facts. He likes that she still wants him after all of this time. It gives him the upper hand, feeding his narcissistic tendencies. Facts. So now he's playing chess with her because and on her. So I'm going to use it to my advantage because you got to remember, he's the monster. He's a G. He's moving on G code, that street mentality. He's a kid. He's a child, but you cannot get away from the monster. And that monster that's in him, that monster that he has became is sick and he's serious. And you got, and I done a demonstration on the monster that Jarvis became. And that's when I was taking everybody to the mind of Jarvis. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to share this with y'all. Even though the monster that I had became, I wasn't operating like that, but I shared this story with you all when I lost my daughter, and I told y'all that it put me in a dark place. That dark place, I became a monster, not operating like that, but it put me in the monster mentality as far as some street shit. And that's as far as I'm going to go. So believe me when I tell y'all, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to just leave that there. But let's get back to her. Let's just get back to this conversation.
Where that will go. Well, I don't want to be in the end on, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have no doubts. Does that make any sense?
You say you don't want to have no word?
Doubts.
Okay.
And I want to make sure it's not Is this not something, man? You know, is this not a thing for you? A phase or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
You've been down that married lane before.
You said what?
You've been in that married lane before.
Yeah.
I haven't.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, well, we'll definitely, man, have another conversation about it, man. I'll probably see you. You work this weekend?
No.
All right, I'll put up a business for you this weekend. We'll talk.
Okay.
Talk to you, man. Love you.
All right. Good.
This is a call from an inmate at Wayne County Jail. This call is subject to recording and the inmate has requested that you thank you for using Telmate.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
So what was your
Trying to clean up.
Now, you was just outside your apartment. So
Yeah, trying to see who at the. I did not mean to hang up on you.
who was at your door?
It was a main guy.
And who is this, y'all? Is this Nay? I think this is Nay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this Nay? Appreciate this super sticker, Sonia. Is this Nay?
Okay. The guy knocking on your door for it.
It was a main guy. Knocked at my door. Gave me a letter. I was in the kitchen and I heard somebody at the door trying to put the letter on me. Trying to clean up.
What's up?
Yeah, just going through emotional things.
What else?
About it.
You established already. So you gonna up and move and you ain't got shit going on down there.
I'm going to backtrack it, y'all. But what is his feelings? He's irritated. Whenever he's talking to Nay, he's irritated with the bitch. And I have to use certain words to put everything in its proper perspective. The bitch irritates him. A complete different demonstration when he's talking to the older woman. You don't get none of that. You don't get none of that. I see you, baby. Remember what I said, baby. Now, in order for this to, let me make sure it's you, because I don't got time to, That may not be you. That may not be you, baby. My bad, baby. But I gotta put this in its proper perspective. So let me backtrack. But see the difference from how he talks to Nay compared to how he talks to the older woman. He's irritated. He's irritated. So let me backtrack this, y'all.
Move out there for what?
Ain't nothing here for me.
You established already. So you're going to up and move and you ain't got shit going on down there to restart some shit over. Make it make sense to me.
Give me a good reason to stay. Give me a good reason to stay.
You know what? Do what you will do, whatever you do. I'm finna get on this phone. I already see how this finna start, and I'm not. My day already been shitty, so I ain't finna start it off shittier. So I'm gonna holler at you.
I don't want to. That's why I really didn't want to stay here. Cause I don't want. It's just there it goes. And I don't want your day to be bad as it is.
Are you talking about give you a reason to stay? Yeah, okay, that's cool. You just told me exactly what it is that you've been trying to say. So you told me exactly what it is. So I appreciate it. Selfish is always you.
How selfish? With all the shit I done, all the shit I did, look out, you ain't looking out for me.
I don't have nothing to do with
It's time for me.
I ain't got shit to do with none of them people.
Okay.
They got to do with me.
So,
hey, man.
there you go. There you go.
There I went.
See how he breaks her down? See how he told her, have a nice day. Now, if he really meant what he said, right after he told her, have a nice day, he would have immediately hung the phone up with her. But he didn't, because he already knew. He already know what she was going to do. So instead of him just immediately hanging the phone up on her, he waited and waited. And then she did what? She came back. She fell for it. But and I know y'all can see it. Y'all see it for what it is. Let me come to my chat. Let me grab my chat, get my chat involved. And I don't mean to skip over no comments. Mine not kind. Those games ticks me off. LOL, he ain't give her one reason. That's cold. Nay, like 35. Smurf, she 34 that year. Gaslighting her. Tell him, Nay. Right, Belinda. But Nay started to catch on. Oh, hell no. He wouldn't talk to me that way and call and collect on my phone. What the hell? Salute everyone. I have to check the replay out because I'm late. I see you, Aquilin. I see Sonia. She was almost there. Nay will stand up for herself when she is fed up, but she needs to be a little more stronger so she won't get played. I peep how he plays her, especially is horrible. Can we please get these likes up? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get my likes up. It's 200 watching, get my likes up. And if you would like to help me reach my goal of 15 super stickers or super chats, just hit the $ symbol. And as I said before on a previous demonstration, now that Jarvis, the monster, is no longer here, the Nays, the Kizzies, and the rest of them, what do y'all think they're going to do? They are going to be in search of another Jarvis Butts. And believe it or not, and we all know, there are thousands, probably millions of Jarvis butts out here. So the cycle continues. And just imagine the children that they have. Imagine if they have children by the next Jarvis butts that come into their lives. The cycle continues.
I ain't on that.
And then you want to fuck selfish?
I ain't on nothing. You just told me exactly what you wanted to tell me, man. So I appreciate it. So therefore, you're having this conversation for it. No, I don't want to change it at all. That shit just. But I ain't gonna say nothing, man. I'm gonna just leave it right where it's at. Whatever. Enjoy.
Nah, while I'm doing it.
Enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your life, because you always put negative shit on me, nigga. When I'm been always mother standing behind your mother. They're trying to give you mother on what not to do. Keep ignoring and keep putting yourself in a fucked up ass predicament.
What kind of noise? You really buddy here.
I'm good, man.
And you make me feel like shit.
You a fucking lie. You a fucking lie.
Yes, you do, Jay.
That bullshit you be on, make it. I don't.
You make me feel like shit. You treat me like shit. You treat me like there. You don't value me.
Yeah, I don't. You got me confused.
No. You got me confused.
Listen, you got me confused, and I know that you're feeling bumped in the head.
You don't know my
I'm gonna leave it alone, man. I'm straight.
Like
listen,
shit.
I'm straight. You ain't worried about me saying shit. You ain't worried about
There you go.
Oh, that's that the day I went. So have a good. But go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm straight. Because you're not finna keep sitting there trying to play with me, man. Like I'm the reason why you nigga. Because I was the behind your ass, but it seemed to me, nigga, you seem to get that amnesia when you came over me for a very long time. Well, shut up. Okay. You make anything I've ever done to you, nigga. Anything I've ever done to you, nigga, is because you did that shit, nigga. How many times have you played me? How many times you played motherfucker?
DJ, you played me. You broke my heart. You hurt me.
Get the fuck out of here, man. You got amnesia, man. It's my funny, man. Do I need to keep reminding you of the shit that you did, nigga, or you want to keep keeping that shit under the rug?
Like you don't do shit to me.
Girl, I ain't but a motherfucker shit you pull. So we're not gonna keep playing that, man. Because you've been on fuck shit for a very long time. And it seemed to me, man, that you got a motherfucking psychiatric amnesia. You seem to have amnesia when it comes to your motherfucking ass. You can always recall some bad shit a motherfucker said to you, or the way a motherfucker treats you, but you got this, you really got motherfucking problem. You got a mental problem, man. You got a real motherfucking mental problem.
Then you gonna want to try to say I got a mental problem.
Yeah, you do, because if you sit on the phone, man, and motherfucking try to play like it's like that, you don't have one.
Wow, I'm a bad person. I got a mental problem.
Don't you ever open your motherfucking mouth and speak bad about nothing. Especially when you talking about me, nigga, because I ain't never did a motherfucking thing to your nigga ass. Don't sit there and open your motherfucking mouth.
He never apologized for it, never admitted.
Shut the fuck up with that bullshit, because now you piss me off, and now you finna hear it, man. Because I've been nice to your motherfucking ass a very motherfucking long time, and I've been biting my tongue I get your donkey. Don't you ever?
Talk down on me. It's okay to talk down on me.
I never talk down on you, man. I make bullshit. See, them other sugarcoat shit for you, nigga. I ain't the nigga finna sugarcoat it for you. I'm not finna sugarcoat a mother. Dog, but don't sit there and try to play on me, nigga. Don't sit there and try to play like, oh, Jay, you did this. You
when I tell you what you did, bro, you never admitted. You always try to switch it on me.
So explain to me what I did to you, because let's get it clear, nigga, because for a very long time, the bullshit, for a very fucking...
Because the way you treat me like shit.
I treated you accordingly. I treated you accordingly. Listen, you got me out here, man, on some fuck shit, man, yelling at your mother on some real weird shit. So I'm gonna just say it to you like this, man. I treated you accordingly, nigga. You wanted to act like a fucking thought, nigga. I treated like one. You wanted to be out here. You wanted to be out here. You wanted to be out here fucking all these niggas. You thought that I was going to be a fool?
You was fucking me. You was still fucking your best friend.
Yeah, nigga.
Whole time that was your best
You wanted to be out here sucking on niggas' dicks and in my face. You got life fucked up.
You got life
fucked up. You got life fucked up with me, nigga.
Wow.
Real fucked up track record with me, nigga. So don't get it.
No, I ain't got no fuck up track record.
Don't get it fucking twisted. Since you want to hear some real shit, you want to hear some real honest shit. Let's get it on the floor. Cause you been ain't shit, nigga. You've been doing some ain't shit ass shit for a very long time. Put under the world. You want me to keep looking past that bullshit. You got life fucked up.
Now let me slide in, y'all. I gotta call it fair. Appreciate the super sticker, Big Mama. Appreciate the super sticker, perfectionist. I'm gonna call it fair now. Nay ain't an angel. Appreciate this super chat, Mouth Deuce. Salute Shank Rock and Rock Squad. Finally catching the live again, listening while cooking. Peace. Appreciate this super chat, Mouth Deuce. I gotta put it in its proper perspective now. As much as I feel sorry for Nay, just like the rest of them, none of them wasn't innocent. And Jarvis is letting Nay know about her dirty laundry, right? So we can't sit up here and act like these broads that's in Jarvis's stable are Girl Scout girls out selling Girl Scout cookies. No. Yeah, Navy outside, Big Mama. So it's almost like y'all are with this monster and y'all know about the lifestyle that he's in because you saying it to him and you're producing the receipts yourself, Nay. So what are we supposed to do? If you giving the receipts to him yourself, Nay, your baby mamas, you out here whoop-de-woo-woo-woo-woo-woo, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Nay, you said it yourself that when you gave him head, it tasted like a condom. That's your dumb ass fault. You funky ass hoe. Now, I know I was going to save the funky ass hoe demonstration for Kizzy, but if we putting everything in its proper perspective, I got to give you the funky ass hoe award. That's a funky ass hoe for you. If you gave this man a blowjob and you tasted a condom, a hoe wouldn't even done that. a hoe would have made the dude get up and wash himself off. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, see. See, y'all done got shaking. Man, hey Doc. If my doctors is watching, Doc, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Doc. I'm sorry. Listen, man. Look, man. Y'all hoes. Y'all funky ass hoes. Y'all need to bring y'all money to Shank Rock. Shank Rock to set y'all funky ass hoes right. I'll give y'all funky ass hoes some game. Y'all was fucking with the wrong nigga. For real. I mean, see y'all, man. Man, I can't do this with y'all. I can't do this with. Look, I done tried to switch lanes. Mela even tell y'all. Yeah, look, I tried to go to the basketball sector. I tried to go to the sports sector and tried to cover sports. Shit. Let me do this, man. Let me do this.
You treat me like shit, so I did what I did.
Girl, you never asked your phone. You just wanted to fuck on niggas, and that's what you wanted to do. And if you want to say because I wasn't there, nigga, that was the problem, then so fucking be it, nigga. You fuck with a bunch of bum ass niggas. You fuck with a bunch of bum ass niggas, and the value of your pussy went to the motherfucking floor when you fucking with these bum ass niggas, these catching the bus ass niggas.
Oh wow.
Now look. Hey, and please don't start throwing shit at me, y'all. He right about that now. He trying to put her up on game. Nay. Now, I ain't no Dr. Phil, but nay, he right about that. He was trying to put you up on some game.
Now, you want to keep motherfucking talking shit. You want to keep fucking playing with the more dirty sock wearing ass niggas you was fucking with, man. The more bum ass niggas. Don't got shit ass niggas.
Wow. Okay, that's what you think.
Well, that's what I know, nigga. That's what I know. That's what the fuck I know. Ain't no thinking shit. That's what the fuck I know. You forgot? You know how I know that? That's because I was there when you was doing the dumb shit, nigga.
No, but I ain't do nothing.
Girl, you a fucking lie, man. How many motherfucking times I caught you up in bullshit, man? How many? I said you a fucking lie. How many times I caught you up on bullshit? That's what the fuck I said.
Okay. You act like you never lied to me.
Girl, you been lying since the fucking day I met your nigga ass. So stop fucking playing with me, nigga.
Oh, now I'm a big
The only reason I was being motherfucking understanding and lenient to your ass is because of your mama, man.
Oh, because my mama.
Yeah, because your mama had a real motherfucking conversation with me, nigga.
If you feel that way, you should be let me alone.
No, because you got a real problem.
Don't have my mama stop using that to be in my life.
This is my thing. See, you sit there, man, and you do a bunch of bullshit, man, and then you throw rocks and hide your hand. So you seem to get amnesia or the slight case of CRS, meaning can't remember shit when it come down to your bullshit, man.
No.
Yeah. That's what it is. And so you deal with them fuck niggas, man. You deal with a lot of them fuck niggas because that's what they do to you, man. Fuck you and use you. Because they do.
Wow.
Then you got them little bitch ass, them little hood red ass hoes you fuck with, using your dumb ass too.
Wow.
I ain't used you for a mother thing. I had my own. Shit that I needed you for, the shit that I need you for. You act like it's the fucking shit that I need you for, man. I'm gonna just let you go head on.
Wow. Shit, I went through with you, heard me.
You've always get the ultimate no. You got niggas calling my telephone, asking questions about your monkey ass. You had the nigga, you forgot the video that I brought you to your house, nigga, that the nigga showed me about you? Right, so stop fucking playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me.
Wow. Play me like I was fucking fool.
No, you trying to play me?
Trying to play me? Nah.
You forgot the video that I sent to you? You forgot the video that I came to your house and showed you? Ain't no niggas dicks and letting them videotape your ass, nigga. Not me. Yeah, like that's a lie. Was that not you in that video?
That's a lie.
Was that not you in that fucking video?
That part, I need it.
All right, y'all. So, as we can see, Nay ain't all that innocent. And we're going to move on. I'm going to come to the chat and I'm going to grab some comments and then we're going to move on. But as we can see, y'all, Nay ain't all that innocent. Belinda says dirty socks. Lisa says, wow. I'm going to put the ear emoji up. You squatting in front of men. You on the toilet right now. Chrissy says, oh my, Nay. Kenyatta says, audacity. Wow. Belinda says he's weak. Jarvis in his feelings. Jarvis, and I read that, okay. He doesn't care if she cheated. He's just trying to create an argument to deflect from being a dirty pedo. She's too slow to catch on. And that could be it. So you had 15 women and 1,000 kids and a pedo. They've been runners. Nay was outside. Next up is going to be Kizzy, y'all. But before I get to Kizzy, let's travel back to Annette. Annette was Jarvis' go-to. Now, when Jarvis told Shannon, man, tell your mom to fix this shit. Let me grab Kizzy, y'all. I really don't want to grab Kizzy conversation, y'all, because it takes the cake, y'all. She really do, man. Let me see if I got it. Let me see where you at, Kizzy. Might not have it, y'all. Hold up.
I don't have no friends. My own fucking sister barely want to come see me. My brother, he can't see me because he got stuff going on with his life. I don't. My auntie, she doing much. She
Wait a minute. I might get Shannon out the way. Let me get Shannon out the way, y'all.
and stuff. That's where I'm, since I don't know.
I'm not understanding, bro. But that's what the fuck they doing, and they telling you they not.
So, I don't know. And are they telling
She's read everything.
YouTube thumbnails by just pasting a YouTube video URL? It will
value in there?
But why not, though?
I see it if they and they would have been coming to you while you're there. I don't know the everything away. I'm telling you and everything that you telling me it's not Annette.
So it ain't fine.
My mama don't know.
Come on, man.
So I said it was about tonight thinking.
Okay, so let me backtrack this. So according to let me backtrack this, y'all.
But I know I told you everything that I know.
That's what the fuck they doing, and they telling you they not.
Oh, why is this shit fucking up like this? Oh, come on, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Now I want to mess up all of a sudden. Hold up, y'all, while I get this straight, y'all. Hold up. Bear with me. I'm coming, y'all. Bear with me.
And are they telling you everything?
Yeah. They read everything. She read everything to me.
So
Up, y'all.
you feel you? They already knew, or already know that you are, and they would have been coming to you while you're there. I don't know the other. Everything that what I'm telling you and everything that you telling me is not adding up.
So what I'm telling you, well, that's what some fucking shit, bro.
I got a piece of cookie cut. I don't know. But that was you know, what was so.
Kenya is talking about, did y'all hear her say something about the cookie pie? Let me just get this part.
Said to me. So
They said to your mama.
I was right.
I need this to get fixed. Hold up, y'all.
You know, what was so said to me. So
They said to your mama.
I was right
Hold up, y'all. Hey.
looking for you. I already knew. So I already know that you are in the system. And they would have been coming to you while you're there. I don't know the other. Everything that what I'm telling you and everything that you telling me, it's not adding up.
So what I'm telling you, well, that's what's.
Did y'all catch that? They got a piece of the cookie cock. Now, maybe that's what Kenya was talking about earlier today when she said that Shannon and Jarvis was talking in code. And I said, you sure? Because I was always under the impression that they wasn't now. Did y'all catch that? They got a piece of the cookie cock. Let me backtrack this, y'all. I see you, Nene. Nene says, try closing the window. It's very choppy. Try closing that window and reopen it. All right, let me see.
Looking for you. I already knew. I already know that you are in the system. And what to you while you're there.
So what I'm telling you, well, that's what the fuck they lying. It ain't no mystery, and them motherfuckers is lying. They taking shit, bro.
I got a piece of
Y'all see, yeah. Let me get it. I'm gonna keep it up on the thing. Hold up, y'all.
I got a piece of cookie cock.
I got a piece of cookie cock.
I don't know, but
I ain't backtrack.
But why not though?
I see it. If they was looking for you, I already knew. I already know that you are in the system. And they would have been coming to you while you're there. I don't know the other. Everything that what I'm telling you and everything that you telling me, it's not adding up.
So what I'm telling you, well, that's what. So I don't know what the fuck they lying. It ain't no mystery, and them motherfuckers is lying. They taking shit, bro.
I got a piece of cookie cock. I don't know.
Hold up, y'all.
I see it. If they was looking for you, I already knew. I already know that you are in the system. And they would have been coming to you while you're there. I don't know the other. Everything that what I'm telling you and everything that you telling me, it's not adding up.
So what I'm telling you, well, that's what. So I don't know what the fuck they lying. It ain't no mystery, and them motherfuckers is lying. They taking shit, bro.
I got a piece of cookie cock.
There it is right there, y'all. Let me put it up so y'all can see it. Y'all see it? She say, I got a piece of cookie cock. There it is. Right there is where it fuck up. But y'all can see it. Now y'all see C-O, but the last two letters is C-K. I got a piece of cookie cock. Now that's cold. So Kenya was, now that's cold. Crooked cock. So, crooked cop. So now I don't know. We'll have to debunk that or whatever word that is, y'all. You know my mind. But there it is right there, yo. Shannon definitely was talking in code right there. So I was wrong about that. Because I've always felt like they wasn't talking in code. So I'm here to say that I was wrong about that. Now right there they talking in code. And I'm a man of my word. What is cookie cop? Facts. Facts. When cookie cop, it messes up. But at least we know that. What the F is that? We gonna find out. Sure is. Make sure y'all subscribe to Honey K as well. Any links that my moderators drop in the chat, make sure y'all subscribe to them content creators, them links. He definitely told Shannon that what he was telling her is what the lady was reading to him. So there it is, y'all. So we can print that. We definitely can print that. We found that. Now, y'all may have heard that. Somebody else may have found that. I don't know. I'm not saying that we are the first ones that found that. I ain't getting into none of that. Okay, perfectionist says that means coochie. I put my earbuds in my ear. They tried, redacted it. She probably said crooked cop. The Nazaria Harris case. Jarvis telling Shannon, tell your mom to fix it, proves one thing. All right. Let's see what else we can find. These people can barely speak English. They aren't speaking in code. So shout out to Miss Parker and everybody else. Shout out to Kenya, Miss Parker, and everybody else that did say to Shank, they are talking in code. So that's at least one code that they were talking in. And I did say, nah, they wasn't talking in code. So I was wrong. Because that's at least one code that they was talking in. Excuse me, y'all. All right, let's listen to some more, y'all. Let's listen to some more.
I don't know. But that was you know, what was so fair to me. So I'm just speaking to me.
Shannon was the one that was asking the questions. Miss Annette don't know. But let's continue. So let me say this. Maybe people were right. Maybe Shannon is involved. Maybe.
I said it was about my intention. So my child's father that, you know, we have, me and Angel have a mutual person, you know, asked me who it was. Asked me, do I have any kids? I said, yes, I have kids. And he took stuff for kidnapping. But if they told him that they took stuff, they said that she might be fabricating, but they said quote unquote. They said quote unquote. They might have telling me, and this is what you see and what they telling me is not adding up. I'm not saying it's not adding up on their. I'm not saying it's not adding up on Angel and Pike cheating me because I wasn't there. I don't know.
Motherfuckers is pissed off at me, bro, for something for no reason. They pissed off at me, bro.
Well, Jarvis, I'm sorry. How they fucking feel? Excuse my language.
But on that, so I'm
well,
fucking reason.
They don't. They can't understand the police. Then I don't really want to. I don't care about nobody's feelings. I don't. All I'm trying to do is find my niece.
What I got to do with that shit?
I didn't say.
Man, these
Welcome to
goddamn
Wix Harmony,
commercials.
where you and AI work together to build a unique brand.
Man, these damn commercials. Who in their right mind can anybody, my Rock Squad family, can anybody tell me what content creator in their right mind will run commercial ads in their videos? Who would do something like that? What content creator in their right mind will run commercial ads in their videos, y'all? Name me one content creator that will run commercial ads in their videos. The nerve of a content creator that will run commercial ads in their videos. It ain't funny, Shay C. It ain't funny, TT. It ain't funny, Belinda.
Looking at everybody. Looking at the mama, the daddy, the auntie. Just looking at everybody. It's not just you. I just told you. Remember, I told you that
Who is that?
first you stuff. So we're looking at everybody. Okay, but I'm trying to find my niece. If they can put that,
I get that.
side,
I get that part. I get that part. No need for no attitude.
you get. Besides of which you it's just
All right, they took, got an Angel House. Angel said they took 2 cars. They took her guns,
figured.
her safe.
Figured.
She said they took her car. I guess her daughter had some kind of cartoon jacket. They took that.
Shanitra speaks.
Because Mariah was wearing, because Mariah got that pink Nickelodeon jacket. But I don't, is hers pink? Because Mariah was pink.
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
How you don't know? Ain't that so damn Beyonce? You should know.
I ain't never no motherfucking shit that they did. I didn't even know the motherfucker had nothing like that.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay. Anyway, keep going.
So, they took her gun. They took something else. I don't remember.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all drop a 1 if y'all can hear me? Drop a 2 if y'all can. Appreciate the super sticker, Nene. It's storming, y'all. It's raining and storming here. So drop a 1 if y'all can hear me. Drop a 2 if you can't. We can't hear Shank. Wow, man. Volume a little low. It would be storming. Oh, man. Some of y'all can hear me, some can't. No sound. Some say it's okay. We hear you, but not the call. This might fit. Right. It's fishy now, right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me see how I could do this, y'all. I'm not going to end it. We hear you now. Okay, y'all can hear me now? Let me take a break. All right, y'all can hear me? All right. All right, y'all. Let me bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Bear. You're doing a good job.
Look who's calling.
Mm.
Hello?
Hey, Naira. This is T.
Hey, T, how you doing?
I'm good. I actually just came out of a meeting and the offer that I just fell through actually. So I was wondering if you were still on board for that. And also, I talked to a major plug, and he has opened up the pipelines for me. So with him doing that, the extra hustle I was telling you about with that cute face to go with it is open as well. So I was just wondering if you are still interested.
You know what? I'm down. I'm with it.
Okay, let's get this started. I'll be bringing you the paperwork. We'll go over that, and then I'll let you know about the other things.
Okay, I'm looking forward to speaking to you. Thank you for calling me.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Wow. And that's why I never trusted her in the first place.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up.
All right, y'all. Let me try it one more time. Let me try it one more time, y'all. One more time. If not, all right. Let me try it one more time, y'all.
I'm gonna speak to my brother.
Okay. Yes,
Hey, baby.
what you do?
Okay. Right. All right, I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Love you.
Hello? Hello?
Now, February the 14th, 2024 was apparently a very busy day for Jarvis making phone calls. Not only her fiance was going to get married. At the time, Jarvis was unsure what parties were searching ever. Partner Cordell Wright, also known as King. There was a jail call that became widely circulated, so I'm not going to play it here, but Jarvis replaced card because on the day that himself in on that unrelated gun charge, his fiance dropped him off to the courthouse allegedly, and he left his cell phone in her vehicle. So King was unable to retrieve the phone, but authorities did end up getting that phone.
I had to call Porter to come get him.
All right, y'all. It's gonna keep messing up, y'all. And I don't want to take away from the live. So let me just do this. Because it's gonna keep messing up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it up with my chat before we get out of here. I will drop the link if anybody want to join me on the panel. Let's focus in on what does Jarvis telling Shannon to tell your mom to fix it, what does that prove? All right. Let's spend the remaining of this time on that. Anybody want to take a shot at it? Anybody want to join me on the panel? Feel free to click on the blue stream yard link. The Nazaria Harris case. Jarvis telling Shannon, tell your mom to fix it, proves one thing. To me, it proves Miss Annette's involvement. Miss Annette was definitely involved because even if you didn't participate in the actual unaliving of Nazaria Harris, even if you was aware of her unaliving, you are just as guilty. Even if you planned her unaliving in a court of law, that's called conspiracy. Even if you participated in the after, and that could be if you helped transport her body, that's accessory. So Honey K says, okay, fix it because she messed up and went to the school and was the shot caller over the situation. And a lot of people think that, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't at the scene of the crime. Many people believe that. Telling him to tell that older woman to fix it. That he always got away with certain stuff because of her. All right. I got Nikki up here. Nikki, the floor is yours. Take a shot at it. Can you hear me, Nikki?
Hold on one. Hold on one. Yeah, I just want to mute you so it don't like It don't echo. Is it echoing?
Nah, you good.
It's echoing my end. Just give me 1 second.
No, you good on my end. It's not echoing on your
All
end.
right.
When you go ahead.
I'm sorry. I kind of jumped in. I jumped in because nobody else jumped in, but I wanted to comment on a different note, Shank. On Angel's note. I'm sorry. I don't know if you had many people talk about it today, but I'm just getting wind of all of the the phone calls, and fuck what the fuck Jarvis got to say. The fact of the matter is he had a fucking secret female.
Let's just say F for the F word. Just say F.
Okay. Yes. 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 He had a secret female on the side, like, you know what I mean? And to hear her story and listening to her basically like pour pouring her heart out, no, and thinking that she literally was his only one. And her car was being checked out. That's something that is so many things that is now, we need to literally look into. Her car was being checked out by the police, and Jarvis didn't even think that that was even going to be anything that was gonna come. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just so overwhelmed because I've been listening to the story all day. I hear myself repeating, that's why I wanted to pause it, but,
You could pause it if you want to. You could pause it and fix
yeah,
it if you
because
want.
I feel myself repeating, Shank. You
That's
could come
fine.
in. Can I come back in? Can I
Yeah,
come
you
back
could
in?
come back in. Go ahead.
Alright, Imma come back in.
Okay.
Alright.
And while I wait for her or someone else to come in, my message really, and I'm going to be brief with it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. My message is for Kizzy. I forgot all about Angel, and there's so many of them, y'all. But my message is for Kizzy, y'all. For Kizzy to act like Naziah, like you don't even act that way towards an animal. I see animals. I bet Kizzy would have gave more respect to an animal. But for Kizzy to sit up there and make the comments that she made, it just goes to show that she was only in it, and I've said it several times, she was only in it for one thing, and that was to be acknowledged by Jarvis. And here's my thing. If you don't have an issue with Kizzy, something is wrong with you. As a family member of Naziah, you shouldn't be worried about nobody on social media. You shouldn't be worried about no CCs. No CCs should be, nothing should be coming out your mouth about no CCs, honestly. After hearing the phone call, you not only should be focusing on Kizzy, as Naziah Harris family member, if you got a voice and you on social media, your ass should be on all those women that's on them jail calls. I don't give a damn. I'm just putting it in its proper perspective. It's nowhere in the world that you got all this smoke for these CCs. It's nowhere in the world that you got all this smoke for everybody on social media, but you ain't got shit to say about Kizzy. You ain't got shit to say about Nate. You ain't got shit to say about Angel. You ain't got shit to say about all them goddamn funky assholes that's on them jail calls. And you got all this drama going on. You got shit to say about all them goddamn. Talk to me, Sonya.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Shank, you know what? I am so upset about all those women. I would have never thought that there would be so many women in one area that were just so hard up that they would even entertain Jarvis after the preliminary hearing. It says so much about how we feel about each other or ourselves, and the things that we as women need, because it is absolutely ridiculous that he was able to have that stable and they be the same kind of stable. It is so bad for our community. There are no words. And I do appreciate you coming in with that male voice. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Lord, I hate it.
Because it's important. It's important for us as women to hear the male side. I mean, Jarvis is doing a whole bunch of manipulating and a whole bunch of talking and just a whole bunch of everything. But the way that you break it down as a male, I appreciate that because it does make me think. And it also makes me look back in my own life. And I'm like, okay, so that guy was running game. That was game. While my feelings was hurt, he was running game on me. You know what I mean? Yeah, these women just need help, which makes me think we as women need help as a
Right.
collective.
And I'm glad for the phone calls because, and I'm glad that in today's time, women see it. And I'm glad that women have stepped up to the plate and women are holding women accountable. It's just so much better now. Like, women see it and women are just completely fed up. Women are like, wait a minute. Because you remember back in our time, and I always say it, like, women would like it. Look, y'all. Do you know how hard I had to work just to get a kiss from a female? You know what I mean? From a female. I had to work extra hard just to get a kiss from a female. And like back then, like if it was a group of 8 females, and if one female was a thought, if one female was a skeezer, the other 7 would not hang with her because
that's true.
That one skeezer would make the rest of them look bad.
Look bad, yes, look bad. And I'm glad. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Shank, but I'm glad you brought that back because I think that now, today, things are coming back just like that. I mean, like, I have a very young daughter and I keep her away. It's Nikki again. You know, I just had to change it because I was echoing. I ain't like the way I sounded. So, look, it's coming back again, Shank. It's coming back the way how we grew up. These kids, they are like no longer like wanting to be like drinking, like, you know what I mean? They're looking for different things. School is cool again. You know what I mean? Like, we went through a phase where school wasn't cool. School is getting cool again. And at the end of the day, somebody like Jarvis, they going down, like, you know, when they go out, they're like couples, like they're throuples. 3 people entangled. No, we don't. You too grown. They looking at grown ass men today like, you too grown. Why you speaking to us? Why you in our face? I have a beautiful daughter. My daughter is literally, I have 2 daughters. I have one daughter that is 24. My other daughter is 9 years old, and they both know we don't look in the face of a fucking stranger.
Use the F. Just say F.
I know. I did it again. We don't look in the F of a stranger. But I'm sorry, Shank, but it's so empirical because the baby is still not founded. I'm listening to these stories with these women, and they never asked him the biggest question of all. Why, Shank? Why they not asking him? Why are they not bringing the elephant in the building? That's what I'm so hurt and upset about. Because they got to raise other children. And y'all sitting in this man's face and he's in jail. You no longer have to be afraid of him anymore. If y'all was afraid, why y'all not asking him, what did you do? Or what are they accusing you of? They don't ask anything.
Let me slide in. Let me slide in.
All the money.
Yeah, Shane. I'm sorry if I.
I gotta put everything in its proper perspective, and I don't want y'all to get in my conversation, but I gotta put everything in its proper perspective because they were worried about the wrong thing. They were focusing on the wrong thing. They were still in high school. It's the same way today. You see people are focusing on the wrong things. When I was growing up, it was always about the children as corrupted and as bad as we were. It was always about us as children, and it was always about the children are the future, and it was always about getting us to the next level. Our elders did not play. Our elders wanted us to succeed in life. I mean, and we was selling dope. We was toting pistols. We was robbing. All y'all know all of the above.
Yeah,
that was us.
I know, and I know more than I want your pet to be allowed to know.
Hold tight. But our elders cared enough for us that they put the effort in. They put the time in because it was all about us as children. It ain't there no more. Like the work, listen, y'all, and the hurtfulest thing is when the work that I do, like I tell people all the time, and I ain't saying this to be cocky or none of that. The work that y'all see me doing, I've been doing this since the 90s, way before social media. I've been doing this, but it hurt when I hear people say, why are you doing this? What are you looking for to get out of this? And I say, I grew up doing this. It's in my blood. I ain't looking for nothing. I do this. I do this because I seen people in my neighborhood doing it to me. You know, so it's in my blood. If I don't do it, who else gonna do it?
Exactly. And other people will do it, Shank, at the end of the day. But the fact that you do it and you have a platform that's, this is what you are doing with your platform is something old school people don't know about. Like, and I don't want to say old school niggas because I don't really know what to say because my mouth get reckless. Like, you know what I mean? I grew up in many ways as you grew up. Like, you know what I mean? I have to hold my mouth. I'm not a phony person. Like, when you were saying that trapping, I'm like, look, what can I say? But what I will say is this. I'm an advocate for children. I've been a preschool teacher for 11 years before I moved and had to displace. I didn't get displaced. I just moved to another place and I'm just doing something different right now. It hurts my heart that I can't get back into that, but they ain't never gonna lose the spot that is in my life when it comes to these children and it comes to their parents. I'm an advocate all day, every day. All day, every day.
Let me let Mel and Sonia get some time.
Okay, I didn't know other people wanted to come in. Go ahead, more the merrier. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, you good, Nikki. Let come on in, Mel and Sonia. You good, Nikki.
Thank you.
So I'm with you, Shank. I mean, I'm with you. We've lost actually, I think we've dropped the ball when it comes to children. Um, it's interesting. I only live 20 minutes, no, 15 minutes from where this happened with Nazaria, and I didn't even know about this. That bothers me that I didn't know about this. Um, and as far as you know, everybody's busy doing their own thing, and everybody's busy trying to live their life. But we do have to stop and give back. That is our legacy. Our legacy isn't going to the club and trying to go back and get the childhood that we we didn't
Exactly, Mel.
get,
It's giving
and
back to
all
these
that's
babies, right?
our legacy is taking care of the next generation. Hence, I have family members that are on drugs, and I've taken 3 of their children. My
Wow.
my child is 21. I went to kindergarten to kindergarten today for a 4-year-old that I'm taking care of. As he's getting ready to start kindergarten, 4, 7, and 15. I am older and I want to live my life, but I can't because
Oh
that's my
no.
family and that's my legacy. I'm a mother by nature. God
Can
gave
I
me
say
that
something,
gift.
Shank? Sonya is making me wanting to get back in the field so bad. Like I'm about to turn my light on and show my face because I have to. You know what I mean? Like
But that's what you
now
should do.
it's okay. Like I get it's alright. I got it. I'm about to cry and I don't like. Hold on. I got the tape on this brand new laptop. Hold on.
And I'm with you, Shane. People always try to be, they're always like, Sonya, I
This
can't
is me.
believe
I'm
you
a
just
real
let
Christian.
your life go like that. And now you bringing up babies again. And I'm like,
I I
yeah,
taught them.
me
I
either.
taught them for
But,
10 years. 10
but
years. When I
if
lived in
not
New
me,
Jersey,
who?
10 years I taught preschool children. 10 years. I'm now in PA and I haven't worked for a minute. So now it's like I invested, and not invested, but I'm in YouTube. I've been on Shank channel for a minute. And I've been Nikki the same time. This is me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my face is my face, but I want to be a part of that program. I want to be a part of that process. I want to be a part of y'all. Like, as any way I can do it. Like, you know what I mean? It just hurts my heart. Nazia's story captured all of us at one goddamn time
Amen.
and took our
Let,
soul apart. And
let
now
me
I got like a little pony. Like I'm showing y'all, like, I'm just
Look
like,
at
look,
me.
I'm not no. This is me in the making.
Yeah,
And you did it, Sonya. You did it. Like, you know what I mean? And Shank, like, I love his channel. I love what he's represents. I love the fact that he covers stories that people don't cover. And this is me.
that's right.
And I've been through a lot, like so much.
And you're not the
So
only one.
fucking much.
But you're not the only one. You just don't know. We always think that it's just us, but you're not by yourself.
Yeah.
You have a sister. I'm your sister.
Thank you. Thank you. And I wanted to make it about us, anything like that. I know somebody else want to share in, but you see, Shank, I'm a regular person. Nikki baby, that's my page. Is me. I'm normal. I'm a human. I'm not an AI.
let Mel slide in for a
All
second.
right.
Come on,
All
Mel.
right. I love Mel.
Salute, Shank, and salute to you, both of you beautiful women.
Thank you.
I think one of the parts that's missing that I'm getting from these all of those women derive from the same place, and I always, one of my sayings is everybody is family and kinfolk, because kin is your bloodline, family is just people you meet along the way, and you add to your pile, and you just keep it moving.
That's right.
But it's possible that
these young women derived from the same place. So we don't know how their life started,
That's right.
at what age they were when their life started. But now they're adults and they're adults with kids.
Yeah.
But sometimes what you spend the most of your time doing is just what it is. So some things that are abnormal to us, or we can't believe is normal to them. It's not their fault.
No, exactly. It's not
When I
their
think
fault.
about when I think about Nay,
Oh my
Nay
God.
found out a lot of stuff about Jarvis, and via the news and social media, as this story was really, really blowing up. But she was afraid to confront him
Mm-hmm.
because Nay life started someplace.
Yeah.
And you can tell that just by her
Mm.
conversation with Jarvis, and how Jarvis say, "Well, I put up with you because of what your mama said." I
Yeah. Like,
think I think that she was a young girl who was possibly given to somebody by her mom. I can't say that like I know
he
that for
brought
a
up her
fact,
weight too. He brought up her weight.
but he brought up a lot of stuff about her. But he knows a lot of stuff about what she was into as
I
well.
ain't like that.
So, but these women are all the same woman. They all derive from a place that was not their fault. They're just now adults.
Yeah.
And it makes it, oh, how could they deal with him? They deal with him because where their life started is the kind of person they was dealing with.
But
If you I don't want to say too much on here, but if you feel what I'm saying,
of
Yes.
course.
they was already dealing with that kind of person. It could have been a
Yes.
mama
But
boyfriend, whatever, but they all to me derive from the same place.
It
think
was
about it.
familiar
Well,
to
but
them.
wait. So, was it something here where somebody thought that they was like, like as if it was their fault or something? Because I
No,
felt that. Oh,
no.
okay. Because I felt that way hearing their story, listening to
Mm-mm.
her, like listening to the messages and the phone
But
call.
what did you hear? They all have the same message. They all have the
Well,
same attitude.
As far as Nay, I can honestly say that she touched my heart. She reminded me of a very insecure type of female. Um, and she was looking for nothing but love, and she thought that she was his only one. And
Mm.
hearing that story and understanding um her predicament, it made me hate him even more because he knew he had other women. He knew, but he would constantly tell her, "Oh, well, I heard that you was dealing with this one, that, and the third, and I got this record and all of that." Like, just mind manipulating. You know what I mean? Just
But
psycho.
but she was already into that. Was what I'm explaining to
Right.
you. She was already into that when he met
Right.
her.
That's
So
She
why
right.
was
bring it up
already she
now?
was
Why bring
she
it
was
up now as an excuse?
It was
well,
familiar to her.
right. What I'm explaining is that she began to find out things about him, but she did not know how to
No, I
confront
understand
him.
that. I understand that. No,
Right.
that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm
So
not saying it the right way.
what he was
He
saying
wanted to
was
confront him, and he
right.
started basically bringing all that back on her.
Absolutely, but that
Yeah, that's
right,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
And she was used to that.
but we're hearing it, but they were already there.
Yep.
We're just hearing it. They were already there. They
Yeah.
So
they were
is she
already
one of
there.
his secret women that is on like the
No,
like yeah, like who is Nay? Like where'd she come from?
see, when I think about the story, like in the very first beginning, especially when the very time, like when kind of like Miss Parker and Miss Toot and all them was really, really covering the story a lot, and there were a lot of people coming out in this story. But
Yeah.
the one person, like they knew about the angel and Tatiana and Lucretia and Tachi, but Nay was the one that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
But
So we don't have a picture of
even
Nay.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really
I
do
don't
all.
I
I
mean,
think
don't do
Shake
all.
Rock.
I don't do all the picture. He's not there. He's not. He's not there.
No, what
I
I'm
don't.
saying on Shake Rock picture wall of where he put us on punishment. They
Right,
is
and
not in one of those pictures.
right. No, no, I don't think she
Okay.
is.
Okay.
And all of and she was another one that she didn't testify in the preliminary
I
either
know that.
right.
Yes.
because she was just like somebody that they didn't really know about, but he knew about her. But
Yeah.
he had already been dealing with her. But he had already been dealing with those women. Like to us, it seems like it's new, but he already been dealing with those women. But
Okay, so can
some
I
of them
ask y'all a
maybe a
question?
little bit more. Some of them maybe a little bit more polished in the game. But
But
they
can we
all
get a
did.
little bit
Mm-hmm.
deeper in 1 second? Like just for 1 second. Nay is somebody that he didn't expect anybody to like understand or anything. He it was a question about her car. Okay. Let's look at the evidence.
Nate didn't have a car.
Nay
Mm-mm.
had a car.
She
No,
no
not Nay, Angel.
no.
Angel car.
Oh, I don't know nothing about
Angel, that
that.
was another one that I wanted to speak about. So Nate didn't
Yeah,
have the car, but Angel,
Nate didn't have a
Angel
car.
car, like that's something too. I ain't get to ask Shank about or couldn't, I don't want to be rude, but Shank, what you think about the shit what happened with him asking about Angel car and when she said that they checked his trunk and he got real quiet.
He was scared.
Like that was somebody that it almost as if like he never expected them to question Angel. Like she was like not one of the ones. And he
That
got really quiet.
he didn't expect none of them to be questioned. Shannon set
Right.
all of them up like a
No, I
bowling
understand
pin.
that, but I
Sh-
understand it. I
Shannon set them all up like bowling pins.
No, I
And
understand
you
that, but what I'm saying is like when he was his phone conversation with Angel, when he said, "Well, what did they do?" It's like you could see him kind of being unnerved a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
could
and
see
you
think
his
that
face there.
because respectfully, I'm not sure if you are the one that said that you really just started hearing about this, but
No, I didn't start hearing about this. I've been on Shake Channel since this first started.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
me.
So
It was me.
yeah, in some of the conversations that were had, um, it really them searching Angel's car. They was looking for the phone. They were looking for his phone.
I know that one. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's the same
but
baby mama. All right. Well, whoever he was talking to, it must have been somebody else. It wasn't Angel.
let me say one thing though. Y'all know with this case, you backtrack it so many times, something new is always coming out. And it see like now I gotta backtrack it all
or
over
some
again. And
Yeah,
it's
because it's like the way
or
he.
something's
So now I
forgotten.
want to know if that was an angel, who was he talking to? Because when he said they checked it, she was like, "Oh, we looked in the trunk. They looked in the trunk," and he was like shocked. He wasn't shocked like that with nobody else. You have
Oh,
to hear his voice
that
language
wasn't.
change. I have a psychology degree. I know the difference in voice languages. He got shocked on that note, and it's like, well, if that's not Angel, who is it? And he's like, oh, and he was like, oh, do you want me to call him and on three-way? He was like, no. Basically, call by yourself. So it's like, okay, where is like I'm looking
this
at
is
where
the
is
one
Naya. I'm
thing.
not thinking about nothing else. Where is the baby?
Yeah, I wasn't really. I don't really
Oh, okay,
remember
but
who that
Shane, you
was.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is the one thing. It's one thing that troubles me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Jarvis take the red rum if he didn't do it?
RICO. Remember, I said that in the beginning. It's gonna be a Rico.
I'm
And
gonna tell you
I'm gonna take you back to a
where.
panel that you had with Kenya on.
I'm gonna tell you why I felt
But
like it was
remember when Kenya was saying she was something, I forgot what the conversation was about, and she said Y'all don't understand that it's a lot of people involved. Politicians, police officers. Remember that? Now we'll go back to that conversation when Shannon talked about the crooked cop. But Kenya said that on one of your panels. I'll probably go back in your library and look at it because it was way before he even took the plea deal. But and she was saying like when it comes to stuff like this, there'd be a lot of people involved. It'd be politicians. When you have those kind of people involved, it is called a RICO. And this story, sadly, so many people's hearts are going out for Isaiah, but this story is bigger than her. And it's just not about her. To us, it's about her, but it's just not about her. It's just not.
All right. Can I speak a little bit? Shake, I feel like Jarvis took the red rum because he felt like it was no longer about him. I felt like all the people that he felt like he could manipulate and mind control started to realize who the fuck he was and the person that he was, the enemy that he was, the enemy that he was. He could no longer get the same type of fucking treatment that he was receiving. He don't give a fuck about.
That sounds intentional, but anyway. But yeah, Shane, that was all that I really wanted to say when you asked the question about Nay. It just seemed like she was just like you said, she was into a little bit more, but I don't know. I lost my chain of thought. I ain't gonna even lie.
You can come in, yeah, or Mel. Y'all can finish Mel and son.
No, son, you can come in.
You can finish up now. Go ahead and finish up now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just watching some on TV. These sharks was coming out the fish tank, but anyway.
Who beat that game, Mel? Who beat that game?
Man, New York might sweep this series. I ain't gonna even lie, because they got another game. What's the day? They game Saturday, but they in New York again, and then they took the one in Cleveland and took their home court advantage. I just don't think they ain't got nothing for Brunson. I ain't gonna even lie, he balling, but I just don't know. I don't know. They can match up, I guess, with any one of them teams in the West, but who in the West? That's the question.
I'm gonna let perfectionist. But before I let you slide in, now we got to focus in on what did Shannon mean when she said about that cookie cock or the cook. What was it? Whatever it was, she said. But that definitely was
It's the kook cock. Okay.
Okay.
I'm in the legal field.
Okay.
Mostly that means like a female part. Okay. Or it's two ways that you can use that. Female part or either a crooked cop. Okay. In the department I work in, the feds, yes, we have some crooked cops. But it's the way that you can find out who they is by certain things that the commanding officer can do. You know what I'm saying? Like take your phones, on any other thing we put a bus or something. You're not gonna know what it is. Give you a different spot where to meet at, and then have his boxes. Drop your phone. You can find out who it is by the way that,
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. But Shank, I deal with you because you make sense and you look at things by legal part, and that's the way I have to operate. Is by the legal part. Okay, when it come down to Nay looking for love because it seems like to me that she never had love, not even being raised. Okay, so as far as what I'm hearing from these two ladies on here, by they saying that how we being raised, Shank, I mean you about to say that you probably being raised the same way I were. But okay, I'm a police officer and a preacher child. So I was raised way hard.
Yeah.
But when, like I told my daughter, when they said that you are our future, I said we are F. If you kids are our future, we are totally messed up. Okay, you got to go by you having grandmothers now at the age 30.
Amen. That's true.
They not being raised properly. You cannot have them not watching their kids and stuff like that, not raising them properly. And I'm a full believer that you got to raise them in the church and you got to start them off at the age 3. So you can't really, and as far as Shannon, his problem is, like I told you, he got tricked out by an older woman that showed him something he had never had before.
That's the lady in North Carolina. That's what I was saying in the chat. That is that lady. He was 13 and she was 25. But if Shank video wouldn't have messed up, they talk about that age. So, because I saw some people say no, he was 20 and she was maybe 30 or something. But they talk about him being 13 and she was 25. And you're right. She tricked him out. He was in. That was most people on your first time. Usually it's like your first love, or at least you think it is anyway. That's why his conversation with her was so much different. But I respect the way he's handling the situation because he's telling her, I'm not experiencing that. I know you're older now. You're going through some stuff. Why am I coming there? That's it. All of that conversation, Shane, you didn't get at the end of that because it messed up. And when you would have heard the rest of it, then you would have say, oh, okay, and listen how mature that he sounds with her and being able to express his feelings and how when if he was going somewhere, he wanted to already be set up. He wanted a job. He didn't want to go and live off of anybody. So that was a very mature side of him, a totally different side of what we're hearing with him with these other chicks. Because I'm telling you, these girls in that group sound like they was all maybe strippers or started real young being. No, I'm serious. Maybe prostitutes or something. It's something they all derive from the same place. Is what I'm saying.
It's like pain that they derive from lack, from a place of lack,
Lack of knowledge.
a lack of knowledge, and maybe a lack of love. Because
Bingo.
if you have family love, like I have a huge family, and that sustains me. I'm away from all of my family, but I have a huge family. I'm just not around them. But that love and trying to make them proud of me as a grown woman, still as a grown woman, treating them with the elders with respect. That it, it sustains me all my life. It's going to, and then hence I give that down to my children and now my little baby cousins who are my cousin children. So I'm a parent them the same way I was parented. No, they can't be on the computer. They can't do that. They're too young. They no go outside and play. That kind of thing. So maybe they didn't have that. They didn't have love in that way. And he came in and just manipulated all of that.
But he's a product of where he derived from, because you have to think about it.
That's right.
Where was his mother when he was
Correct.
sleeping with a grown woman at 13?
Right.
Because
That's because that's abuse.
Yeah, so because he's running the streets, because he's already jumped off the porch. So now
Yeah.
he's just running in the streets. So he was looking for something as well. So these are all of the same people, to be honest with you.
That's
He was
They're
looking
true.
for
all the
sex. Let's
same.
just be straight with it. He was looking for sex. He got it. He respect that woman the same way he's supposed to respect his mother. He don't talk crazy to her, but he
I
talked
was
crazy
with.
to Nate. But if you listen to what he told Nate, only reason
Hmm.
he was with her because her mother.
Hmm.
Now he respects the elders, the adults. He just don't respect Nate. Nate is low self-esteem, she insecure, and seem like she's just looking for love and she don't care how she had to give it. She had to do it with her body or whatever. It's still no excuse.
So the moral of the story is I don't know how hard we should be on all the women. Like we're privy to the conversations, right? But the women, we know they're coming from, well, we assume they're coming from a place of need and lack, and then they got with this monster who can manipulate, and we also see how he can manipulate babies. I mean, he can manipulate. He Now I see why Naziah would act so grown and some of the because he manipulated her, and she was emulating what she saw
Let
women
me
do.
slide in though. So they do need some kind of accountability.
Mhm.
That's why I say that Nay does need some kind of accountability. She does.
Yes. Yes.
Now, when it comes to the pimping, when Jarvis tears her down, then builds her back up, that's a pimping technique.
Exactly.
She's not in error for that. That's all Jarvis. Now I can identify with that. That's pimping. He's wrong for that. But you gotta hold her accountable when she's sleeping with this guy. She's sleeping with that guy. Like I said, you gotta hold accountable if she's giving him head and she's tasting the condom. That's her all day long. You can't get mad at him
Well,
for
now, yeah, but she can do whatever she wants to do.
No.
right. So what I'm saying is, what for me,
Mhm.
when he's using pimping techniques on her, then that's when no, you can't hold her accountable because she don't know no better. She's green. She's green.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's when you hold him accountable as a man. And this is what I was taught when I joined the Nation of Islam. You can't
Okay.
use pimping techniques on our sisters.
Right.
Right? You can't.
Right.
So
That's
But it,
go ahead.
go ahead,
Come on,
Shane.
Mel.
No, go. So with
Come on.
that being said, Shane, from your perspective, so if you're able to do that, then that's a lack of mothering. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, um, there are a lot of single mothers of the world that raise
Mhm.
children and never been married. You know where my other sector is, right? I look at all those players. They up there with their mamas. But now
Yep.
more and more fathers are present. But them guys is up there doing that for their mama. Because they done seen their mama struggle.
Yep. That's right.
Deion Sanders almost died. But he won't he's gonna always take care of his mother.
Yep.
So when the daughter is not getting that from the mother because the mother probably didn't get it from her mother. So the same way the mother was seeking love, the daughter seeking love the same way. You feel me?
Okay, but don't
But
you
at
Yeah.
have?
one
Don't you
point, but
feel
at
that?
one point, you must grow up and grow into accountability of your actions.
Okay, but don't you feel that if her mother's not taking
Right.
her place,
And
she have another,
that's
she have a grandmother or a auntie
But go back to
that
what
could
you
have took
said.
place?
Go back to what you said. The grandmother's getting younger, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
there's a generation, and I can't figure out what the generation is. I don't want to think it was the millennials, but there is a whole generation of lost adults out there right now. And
Mhm.
so those are the time because there was a time like when I was in high school, even after I left, but every Friday night we went back to the school to the football game. You know, it's packed with alumni along with the other people, right? There was a time when football players was playing football on Friday nights and the stands was empty because those parents were in the club. You feel me?
Yeah. That's
So
true.
there is a lost generation there because the grandmother is now younger,
That's right.
and then the mom is still trying to figure out herself because the mom is in the club with her mother.
That's
You feel
exactly
me?
right.
So there is a whole lost generation. But at one point, you do have to grow up and become accountable for your own actions.
And
You
that's
have to want to make your change.
right.
That's
And
true.
let me slide in before I forget. And that's all I was saying when it comes to Nay. Now, when it comes to Kizzy, now with Kizzy, he don't have to use pimping techniques with Kizzy. Kizzy is just a hoe that's just straight ready for the tracks. He ain't got to do no tearing down and rebuilding. Ain't nothing you can do with Kizzy. Kizzy,
Somebody already did that.
yeah,
He reaping the benefits. Somebody already did that for
yeah,
him.
yeah. She trained to go. Now, maybe the next dude that come along and catches Nay, maybe that dude ain't gonna have to do Nay like Jarvis had to do her. Maybe.
Oh, right.
Then maybe.
And what do you
Norris
think
might
of?
be through with that. Nay might be through with that after dealing with Jarvis.
That's true.
She go around up being a strong woman and refuse for a man to talk to her any kind of way or do
I,
her any kind
I
of way.
pray. Yes. And what about you? What do you think about the fiance, Shank and group? What what is your assessment on her?
See, me and everybody is different, but me and my experience and my time, it's gonna be hard. It's going to be hard. They're going to need therapy. They're going to need counseling. They're going to need all of these things all in one. They're going to need whichever religious. I'm not into denouncing no religion. Whatever religion they choose, Jesus, Allah, Jehovah, they're going to need a combination of all of it. Well, it's Jesus, but they're going to, y'all get what I'm saying?
No, they're going to need a personal
Regardless of
relationship with their
whatever
Savior.
religion,
yeah,
Wherever it
regardless of
is, they're
whatever
going to need a
religion it
person.
is, they still
yeah,
worship
therapy.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shane,
they're
do me
going
a
to need
favor.
some help. They're going to need some
Shane,
help.
Do me a favor. Just so we can keep the conversation a little bit more open, put the comments up so we can read them.
Let me
Thank you.
backtrack. And I don't
Yeah.
mean to skip over nobody's comments, y'all, but I'm a
You can just
backtrack.
put them up there and we
I
can all
see
read them.
it's the Gen Z generation, and I'm thinking
Okay,
that
maybe that's
that's
the
right.
generation. That might be right. Yeah, that might be right. Well, Shane, you just going through the comments. What did they say
Oh,
though?
what you want? You want me to read them?
Yes, I can't
Oh,
read
I
that
was
small
reading them.
writing, but it's just kind of keeping the chat involved
All
Well,
right.
because I
And
know
Nene
you like
says,
to
the
respond
opposite,
them.
it's not gonna happen. Okay.
all of them are broken.
Nene says, yes, they can find out crooked cops, but with corrupted officials, it ain't gonna happen. No, Mel, I think he was manipulating North Carolina in a more mature way. Oh, Miss North Carolina, Jarvis was just running game and manipulating on all of them. He didn't care for no one but himself.
True.
Definitely all of them were broken. What happened? Boys losing their virginity young, and by losing it to an older woman is praised to this day. It's all
Yep,
messed up.
that's
That's
true.
right.
They need to be held accountable. They need therapy and break this cycle of looking for love in the wrong places for the sake of their kids. Baby and
Sick of
young kids
themselves.
are easy to manipulate. It's the Gen Z generation, Mel, that you're talking about. She
Yeah,
really believed she was a fiance. Now
Right.
with the
mm,
fiance, I believe that the
mm,
fiance is dealing with low self-esteem. Now, low
mm.
self-esteem itself is a MFer. That's a MFer, y'all.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
April
Absolutely.
April says, in my opinion, Kizzy has more to play with the disappearance just from the comments that she made after her house got raided.
Okay, someone said something about the phone. During the incident, that they were trying to find out wanted to look inside the trunk, they needed his phone to see who was the last person he spoken to during the incident, to see where his phone is showing where it pinged from on that pole.
Well, yeah, right, right.
But the question
Yeah.
is this, Shane, what do you think the reason why he hidden his phone? Because he knew that they were going to find out who he spoken to?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
which means it's going to also show that location from that call and what pole it hit from.
Right. So his phone on January the 9th, I guess after King left and he left the shop, his phone pinged at every last one of the houses.
It doesn't make any difference. We really want to get the information. We can get it from the
Yeah.
telephone company and get the records of
Yeah.
those calls.
Because they
So
showed his phone pings all the way from Ypsilanti.
so do we think that this case is because we know who Jarvis was. He was a straight monster. But Annette and Shannon and their plea deals,
Hmm.
do we believe that
She put an S on the end of that. That's plural. She didn't
so
say plea deal. She said deal, Shane.
I did
Keep
say
going. Yeah, keep going. You got me. Yeah, keep going.
do we think that has anything to do with um Kim Worthy, dirty cops, and
Hmm.
cover up?
Hmm. That's an interesting question. But sometimes it's hard to like I can't remember your name that is the cop.
A perfectionist.
Oh, perfectionist.
let
So
me let me
perfectionist. Do
let
y'all still
let
use
me
the whiteboard?
Do we see the what now?
The whiteboard.
Yeah.
Where y'all put the hypotheticals and y'all start moving pieces around.
So,
Sometimes this piece over here.
suspects to find out who
Yeah,
suspect, who we think. Yeah.
yeah, whatever. You might have somebody over here. You might have say, no, we got to move this over here. And you have to keep moving them pieces around on that whiteboard and coming up with
We got to
hypotheticals
find the
of what could
logic.
have happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
finding the. Can you say that again for me? You got to find logic.
Yes.
So it's logic. It may not always be facts that's written on paper, right? But it's just
Hmm.
logic, right?
Yes. Yes.
So when you're doing they still use the whiteboard, and that's how I think of things. Shake always get on me to my Mary, you always remember everything. I do because some things some things just stick in my head and I don't forget them
Hey
Yeah,
Shane,
because
because
it's
all
a
things
high profile.
all look all things sticking. Mel remembers stuff from 20 years ago.
shut up,
I
Shake.
think Honey wants to get on.
I could
I,
get
No,
off if Honey
yeah,
wants to
let
get
me.
I,
on.
No. Let me plug Honey. Honey want to go live on her channel. Honey says I got something to say about all of this. I'm gonna go live, but I'll be falling asleep. But I will soon. I got a lot to talk
oh,
about. So make sure
Okay.
everybody subscribes to Honey 5K. April or
Okay.
Nene, somebody drop Honey K's link when y'all get opportunity. Yeah, Mel
thank you.
can remember something from 20 years ago. I can't even remember something from 5 minutes ago. Go ahead, y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm the same way. I have a photostatic memory. I don't
Mm,
forget anything.
Lord have mercy.
That's why when you talked about that the code, then I remember I forgot what you were talking with Kenya about that night, and then I remember her saying it so clear, like she just said it last night. Which y'all understand that it's when things like this, it's just like it's other people involved, and she went into the politicians, so that never left my head because remember in the first beginning, I said this gonna be a RICO,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
it
but
is.
sometimes you have to be careful about. I want to be mindful about what I say because I don't want like the family to think that I'm thinking a certain way, like this didn't happen, that didn't happen, and that's not me. But I also like to put logic in different thought processes, and
That's right.
sometimes different thought processes can help kind of make like the other things come again. So like the fact that his phone pinged, he went from one of them chicks house to the next chick house, and this is what he did throughout the night before he wound up at the other girl house to get the car. So my thing is that if she was with him, out of them women who saw her, you know, or did somebody else help, and then her remains might be in their backyard somewhere. That's my thought process,
That's the
because
reason
I know that
they
they're
need to
still
find
looking
out.
for her.
That's why they need to find out when did he talk to her, when did she
It,
come up missing, and if
it,
she
it,
did that ping, gonna tell them where, and where's
exactly.
her cell phone.
So I want to even go to that part of my thought process is like, if his phone was pinging here, where was her phone pinging? But I forgot her grandmother had the phone at home, because she kept turning it on and off, and it was throwing off their investigation. I remember that, but I'm gonna digress on that.
Mm.
So Honey said something about there's a lot of women out here that are like Shannon and Annette. And that made my heart just drop instantly.
I don't know why. It's the fact.
I might
I know that's right.
you know what, I'm probably sheltered. But that really made my, because I come to people as I am, and I'm pretty much open. Um Maybe to a fault, but I come in I'm genuine. And so I kind of expect people to do the same unless I find out otherwise.
Well,
I
good luck with
probably
that.
it probably needs to go the other way. You have to show
Well,
me before.
well,
Shank, let me
well,
ask you a question. Who would you put on top of the list that you investigate?
who, me?
Yeah.
Annette.
Number one.
Yeah, and the reason why she waited until the next day to notify
Yeah.
authorities. And
Yeah.
when the
Uh,
next day she didn't notify DPD, Detroit Police Department. Those two reasons alone, I'm gonna
That's
investigate the grandmother.
I
and
said
she
the
has a
same thing.
brother that's a
Yeah.
cop too, right?
I said the
Uh,
same thing to grandmother.
yep, the
And who
grandmother.
would be okay? You said her, then the grandmother was one and two.
I'm on
Who
the grandmother
is the
first.
third person
The
that you would
third person.
specifically say and the reason why?
So the first person would be Miss Annette. The second
Okay.
person would be Shannon. Then the third
Hmm.
person would be the
Her
mother.
grandmother?
No, the mother would be the third person.
Yep, the
Well,
mom.
whose mother?
She would be the second person to me.
Nazaria mother. Shannon gonna be the second person. That's the aunt. Well, Shannon and Marquita together would be the second,
Oh,
the aunt.
right,
The,
right.
the mother, the mother will be the third person.
And I'm gonna tell you why the grandmother kept turning the phone on and off. She didn't want them to locate where the phone were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But you also have to remember, King said that baby girl had the phone in the car with her. She was on
yeah.
when she was sitting in the car. She was on the phone. So how the grandma got the phone? But
yeah.
that's nothing. It's just speculation and all of that. And I don't want to. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to eliminate Jarvis, but we still
Mm-mm.
have to look at the other things that's going on. It's a lot of stuff surrounding that. That's why I say I don't want to take anything away from the family, but at the end of the day, we also have to logically look at the other things that's in front of us. Because with me, all I all I saw Jarvis as was this dude, with his head down in court with a mask on. But when I listen to the phone calls, I'm like, dang, is that the same person?
That's
Because
right.
now I see him as a human. I don't
Hey,
see
wait a
him
minute, she
as,
just lost me. What did you thought it was at first?
I a monster.
Okay, because he's human doesn't mean he's still not a monster.
Right, but I'm just saying. That's just I was just answering your question. That was just my
Okay, the
interpretation of
reason
it.
why, and you said that what touched me is when you find child molestation, kids call them boogermans.
Right,
So when you said that you didn't, now you see them as a human, you didn't
right.
at first just as a monster.
I
That's
just saw
still
him
the
as a
same
monster.
person.
But even monsters had some. So whether it's a monster or the boogeyman, and it doesn't make it wrong, right? I mean,
No, it don't make it
those are
right.
Hmm.
still
No.
right, but those are still people.
Right. They still complex. Like
Right, they're
we
still
all are.
people,
Yeah.
and what they do is a sickness, but they're
The
still
person that
people.
had the
It's
mask on, the reason for that was they did not really want anyone to be able to identify who they were.
Which
That's
is
all it was. They was trying to do a cover up.
because he thought he was gonna get out.
Yeah. That's
well,
why
the
he
only
wanted to do a
people that
cover up.
couldn't.
But see, the stupid part about it is with that conversation, and you locked up, and you thought the phone not being recorded.
I know. Mm,
I
mm.
think these phone calls caught a lot of people off guard because I don't feel like they thought that content creators would go and order jailhouse calls, and I think it kind of it caught a lot of people off guard, and it kind of like created more you know let's see what I want to call it. I don't want to even call it mystery, curiosity. It rose more
Yeah.
curiosity because now people are really hearing his voice, so now they can kind of identify him as the person that became the monster. I think that's the easy way to say it
And the
because now
way he
you can,
moves. The way
yeah, the
he
way he
moves is
moved.
like
But I
ugh.
already, Shane could tell you, Shane. Didn't I always say he was moving, already moving in the street like that? It's like the old days of the DOPE boys. That's the way they moved. They had a woman over here, a woman over there, a woman over here, but none of those women really cared or was trying to get up with other
Wow.
women and call other women because they hustled all night. So that's the way they was moving. So
Wow.
back in the day of those guys, they that's why they had a kid over here, kid over there, kid over there, and probably the main thing here. But they wasn't all in the street hunting down women. You mess with this woman because he was taking care of all of them, and they didn't all require the same thing. Now
That's
They
he had a
wasn't
true.
taking
main
care of that.
thing where he
They were
took care
taking
of
care of
everything
their
in the
self.
house, but the girl over here is probably getting two pair of Jordans for her two boys. The
That's
girl over
true.
here is getting her light bill paid and some groceries, and everybody didn't have the same requirements. So he
Mm.
didn't take care of everybody equally, but whatever their needs were, he was providing for them. So they
No,
never had the
no. I'm
need to
sorry.
know
I
who
gotta
this woman
disagree with
was.
you on that.
Oh,
I have to
I'm just
totally
going by.
dis.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just going by where I'm from and
Okay, but I'm
the
gonna tell
way it
you
goes.
how it go. He's not taking care of no one. They
Who
taking
you
care of
talking
him.
about, Jarvis?
He's just supplying them
I'm
with
not talking about
something.
Jarvis.
No, I'm not speaking about Jarvis.
Oh,
Either. I'm talking about you
okay.
talking about like okay, the main squeeze is no one but his madam. Okay, who is to take care of every last one of them that get out of line.
Wow.
Okay, they makes the money and they give it to him. What he do sometime is he might give them something, thinking that he taking care of. But believe me, he's not taking care of them, and they too naive to know that they really taking care of themselves.
But oh, you
You
talking about the
understand what I'm
pimp?
saying, Shank?
The pimp? You talking about the pimp?
Yeah.
I'm not talking
So
about the pimp.
they taking care of themselves.
I'm not talking about the pimp though. I'm talking about the DOPE boys that kind of came on. What was that round like 2000? Shank when uh when did I don't want to say a lot of stuff on this channel. The
No.
saltine crackers. When did saltine crackers start getting flooded into our neighborhoods? Those were the days of what they call the
Oh hell, that
DOPE
was in
boys. Yeah, those
that
the
was in like
DOP
in
boys
that
they
was in the
eliminated.
'90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 90s to early 2000s. Yes, I'm talking about that generation. It wasn't no. You remember crack replaced. I mean, the saltine crackers replaced the pimps. But
Yes.
what I'm saying is, those boys. That's the how they were moving. They were young boys. So they had girls over here and girls over there because they hustled all night. So they can go and chill with this person this night, that person, but they always had a main person at home. But those women were
But they
getting,
were still pimps.
but no, they were.
They were hoes.
I can't explain it. Shake, you understand what I'm saying? I can't
Yeah,
kind of make it clear.
I can tell y'all this much. It was a time in the hood, okay, in the 90s, the late 90s, 2000. You ain't even had to be a dope boy. All you had to do was have on a white tee and just be posted up in the hood. And females would just pull up on you and you could get their number. You, like I said, you ain't, because the white tee, I mean, and it, look, it is what it is. They just wanted a thug. The thug is what really got a lot of us guys in the hood, is what really got us women. Now, I know what Mel's saying. Mel's saying the dope boys. Now, believe it or not, Jarvis was the old folks' candy suppliers. That's why when they was raiding them spots, that's why they was confiscating safes. That's why they was confiscating pistols. That's why they was snatching stuff off the walls and stuff, because Jarvis was the neighborhood D-boy. So that's
How you
Mel's.
know?
He was the plug. When they went into those places, they weren't
Yeah. Go ahead,
specifically
Mel.
looking
That's
for
Mel's.
a
That's
person.
Mel's angle. Go ahead, Mel.
They wasn't specifically looking for a person. They already got intel. At the end of the day, regardless of what happened, nobody knows what Jarvis told his attorneys. But what I can say, the start of all of it started with Shannon. And that's why when Jarvis had the conversation with Angel, he said, I don't know what Shannon got going on out there. Like, she don't know what it is. Those are words that came out of his mouth because he was the plug. He was the plug. And all them houses, all them chicks was living, those was his stash houses. That's why they went in there like that.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to make sense out of things because we're all focused on baby girl, but there's
Yeah.
a bigger picture here.
Now, and let me just come back again. Now, they write perfectionist in his song. He was pimping too. Jarvis was all over the place.
Yes.
He was. He was all over the place with it. I see you, Raven Purple. I'm not sure when your birthday. I seen it on Facebook, but can I get everybody to wish Raven Purple a happy birthday? I don't know if it's today or if it's tomorrow, but can I get everybody to wish
Raven Purple.
Raven, yeah, a happy birthday? But Jarvis was everything that everybody is saying about Jarvis. Y'all are all right. Everybody is all right. What y'all saying about Jarvis? He was all over the place with it.
It was all over the place.
Hence, that's why his family did not have any dealings with him. When they said, we don't have any dealings.
Wait a minute, y'all. My bad. It was her anniversary. My bad, Purple Rain. Celebrate her anniversary. My bad.
Happy anniversary.
Go ahead, perfectionist.
Okay. As far as
Sonya, whichever one it was, my bad.
I said that's why his family did not deal with him. He had a lot that makes sense. He had a lot going on. Even his brother was like, I didn't see him. I didn't see that N-word because he wasn't around. Jarvis was doing a whole bunch of stuff.
And that's what attracted him that's what attracted that 25-year-old woman to him, because he was out there young doing all of those things. Again, going back to the thugs, right? So that was her attraction to him, because she was probably moving in the streets like a chick, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you still hearing young girls say, I want a thug.
Yeah, exactly. That's just how it was. So I call them dope boys, but they was the same thing. They was thugs. But when you think about really like how think about when you listen to the phone conversations, all those women always sound like they just woke up. They all sound the same way. That's because not only was he stashed in there, they were also his customers.
Well, that's a good
They was
point.
also his customers. But see, now everything dried up. Now they going to somebody else. That's why he had to. That's why he kept calling them like that. He needed to know how they was moving as well. Where was they getting it from now? Because he cleaned out them places before. That's why he had. Well, I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, he cleaned
That,
out them places. That's why they all sound like they just woke up. Like they dragging. They don't have no energy. They all sound every time he calls somebody, hello. It's like, dog, all these women do is sleep all day.
or he'd call any time of day, so they weren't like working on a regular schedule. A lot of them.
No, they was two said a good. Oh, I'm sorry. I I'm sorry, Shake. I know it's we mentioned other content creators, but I'm sorry. But anyway. So somebody said he was impeccable with time management. He had
Yeah,
all day schedules, and that's how he was making them phone calls. And I had to even ask Shake, like, I thought you only get one phone call a day, but he was talking on the phone like
all day.
early in the morning. He's calling somebody at 6. Okay, what time you got to be to work? Okay, I'll call you back in an hour. Now he done call the next person. It was crazy how he was still running these. He was still running the things like it was when he was still there, and that's
Well,
why he
if he
moved
pays
around,
someone that's
and he
stay
never really
there,
had an address because the same way he was moving on the phone, he was moving out like that when he was out.
That's true.
but if he make a deal with an inmate there to swap on their call,
Nah, when you on the working man section, the working men, they get the phone, they got access to the phone all day. And so it might be 10 of y'all on the working man section. It might be 20 inmates on the working man section. 10 of y'all might be off the section at a time. So it might be only 10 of y'all on a section. 5 of them might be asleep. So it might only be 5 of y'all up. 3 of y'all
Okay.
might be, 3 of y'all might be in the cell. It might be 10 phones on the block. So it's 3 of y'all up. So you got access to the phone all day long.
yeah.
If you were on the working man block. So, and
Interesting.
y'all remember he said he on the working man section now. So he
He
had
sure
access.
did.
He had access to the phones, and whatever time them phones come on, and each jail, I don't know, but I know in the jails and prisons I was in, phones come on 6 a.m. They get shut off 10 p.m. It just depends. So he was working,
Yeah.
man. He had access to the phone all morning, all evening.
Yeah, like out here,
He was a
they have to have their
he was a
breakfast at
convict.
4.
He's a seasoned vet. He done time before, 8, 10
That's
years. Yeah, he knows some things. He's a convict.
okay.
He know how to manage time. He done time before.
Okay. That yeah. He
Come on.
yes. Yes. But do you think that he even I think that he used those women, that he didn't really like those women, that he liked young girls. He liked the
See,
baby.
once again, here's the thing, okay? And I'm just telling y'all off experience. Now, every man is not like Shank. However, all us men, we're thinking the same. You got a team. All men, once upon a time, had a team. Some men still have their team. Even your man had a team once upon a time. You got some women on your team that you do care about. You got some of them that you don't care about. Some of the women on Jarvis' team, he ain't give a damn about. Some of them he did. Some of them he cared about. The older broad, I can't say for sure whether or not he cared about her. He just knew by her being older, he couldn't play with her. He had to be very, very careful how he dealt with her. Very, very careful. She older. She's a seasoned vet.
And she's more experienced.
She's more experienced. So you know, come on. It's
So
like a
he
woman dealing with an older man.
so he dealt with 13-year-olds all the way up to grown ass women.
So he knows with this woman, I gotta be this way. With this girl, I gotta be this way. He just knows. You know, it's like a female. Yeah,
It's a
female.
predator.
With the young
Yeah,
girl.
you a female. You know a John from a dude that you can settle down with to a dude you gotta walk on L shit. Shit, I better get up and get this Negro food ready. I can't. I gotta watch what I say out my mouth to this dude. Y'all know.
No, y'all don't, baby, because I've never been that type of woman. Never will be.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like you know. So he knows. He knows. She ain't gonna tolerate.
I never could have respect for a woman like that. I never could. I just
he knows what females is going to swallow his pimping. He knows what females ain't. He knows.
He know what to put in her ear.
Right.
To
He
believe
knows.
whatever he say and do whatever he say.
So he thought the 13-year-olds were the same. Were they equal to the women?
Not
well,
you know, because that's a distinctive taste. You know what I mean? That's a.
You know what? That's a very interesting perspective that you brought up.
See, with
I'll
Naziah,
leave it right there.
Naziah was more. He knew that once he beat the CPS case, he knew that he had access to her. Once she, unless it was Shannon, I don't know. But once she texts, I ain't gonna never get out of this hellhole. I want to live with you. He knew I got her.
Yep.
But let's go back to that text right there, that specific text, and I'm gonna put you guys on a conversation between Jarvis and Shannon. So in the conversation, it's some of the earlier conversations between Jarvis and Shannon. Do you remember when Jarvis said, "See, I told you not to go stay back with your mama. I told you that. So when I get out, I'm getting this money together, and I'm gonna get y'all a place to stay."
Yeah.
Now go back to what you just said about the text he got supposedly from baby girl. And just sit on that for a minute. Let's even go back to the point where he was asking Shannon for her email, but she said, "Well, I can't do the email because this is her phone." She was talking about baby girl phone. She had baby girl's phone. So she couldn't get the email to baby girl phone because every time that phones operate off of Google system. They don't care what kind you have. So in order to have a cell phone, you got to have an email address. Now, if you got one of them old flip phones, you don't need that. They're on another
You can still
operating
download
system.
Google.
But
So
anything that's on an operating system on the cell phone, it has to be tied to an email address. It has to be because they have to send you codes and all that kind of stuff. So she couldn't really use her email address to set up. The other thing that he was trying to get her to set up is because it was baby girl's phone. So after all this time, you still got baby girl's phone. I'm just saying, like, there's so many things in which I kind of feel like all those texts weren't between Jarvis and baby girl. I think that when Shannon's phone was off and she would use Desires, I think that she began to read those text messages then. She said, but she just didn't say anything. I think she had already knew, I guess, if I want to put it that way. But and maybe she didn't say anything because he had already told her about his past. I don't know.
I think she do. You know what? I remember when Me and my mom lived together. I could, at some point, we started butting heads, even about like small things, like the kitchen, because it was time for me to get my own kitchen, right? When, and I'm not saying that the baby was a woman, right? So I don't know if her instincts were the same, but I know that Shannon was a grown woman. And if she's messing with her man, let's say Shannon knew that. She knew. She could feel it. She knew. I
Thank
will never
you.
believe she did not know. I will never believe that. And the grandma.
Thank you, Kenyatta Howard, for clarifying the phone. I appreciate that.
Can you explain it, give a more explanatory about how you feel Shannon knew?
Because she would be using her phone. She said that. She said that in court. Sometimes
That
when my phone
too.
was off, she'll use my phone, and I knew all the codes to her phone because she set them up based around my birthday or her brother's birthday, somebody's birthday. But she testified to that.
She had
Okay.
access to all her social media.
Okay,
Her
so
grandma
therefore
said
she
that.
also access to her Gmail, her email account. Why won't she have
Probably.
Absolutely.
access to that?
Probably. Uh-huh. And she knew it was competition between the two. You can't live in the house with another woman and be in competition and not feel that.
I'm gonna put it like this: two grown women can't live in the same house, innit?
They always said that two queens can't live in the same house.
Nope.
And it's
I can't even live with my older sisters. I got three older sisters. I'm the
right.
baby girl, but I can't live with neither one of them. I can visit them, but after like a day or two, I'm out.
Right. It's like some kind of a energy. Uh, uh, it's some kind of an energy.
Yeah,
I
the energy is
knew
different, and some people have different ways. Like I have my own ways, and they have their own ways. And like my sister that's next to me, she spent like 25 years on drugs, but she's been clean now, maybe 20, I think. Yeah, something like that. But I could never live with her because we have two different energies. Like I'm a Cancer, so I'm a real calm person, and she's a Aries, and so she's a little
Oh,
bit
Aries
different.
are bump heads.
And yeah, she's a
yeah.
little bit different from me. And I used to always say, even growing up through my 20s, and 30s, I always said that I would be so happy when she got off drugs because we're supposed to be sisters, and even though it's two older sisters, but me and her was next to each other, and I just wanted to, do things with her and travel and grow old with her. But once she had that long period of time with drugs, she wasn't the same.
Right.
Her, I mean, even with being like giving her life over to Christ, she still has that energy, and I don't do those kind of energies.
So
I'm
you
on.
like like in the videos, Nazaya seemed like she was vibrant, right? She was a vibrant
Yeah, she's September.
person.
She's not a Virgo, so yeah, she was
Hold
like
up. You said Virgo. I'm a
I
Virgo.
her birthday's September something.
September.
But
Yes,
she,
I'm September
you
the 8th.
can tell that she would be the friend girl that
They
would be the
show
life of the
off.
party.
Virgos show off.
She
No,
would
we
be the
don't.
life of the party. She would always have fun. Like if you went somewhere with her, it's always gonna be like a fun time.
Mm-hmm. And
You
then you
can't
have
you can't
Shannon.
quickly change our mind.
Well,
A
you long
person.
time since I've done a demonstration for 3 hours. Now
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll really know if my medication is working if my memory come back. But look, y'all, yeah, it's late, Corey. It's and
Yeah,
I can probably do another 3 hours. but I
No,
really
don't do
enjoyed
it.
y'all on the panel with me.
And Shane, what I should have told you and Miss Parker is that, but I think I told you this last year, but I remember, and I really forgot that this was Memorial Day weekend, but Jacksonville has the longest running free jazz festival in the United States. It runs 4 days and it's completely free.
Mm.
And
Oh, wow.
it's this weekend. Tomorrow night's going to be Parliament. And because you and Miss Park will be everywhere. And I
Yeah,
forgot to tell y'all that.
That'd
yeah.
be a
Because
good
Look,
it's
trip.
like totally free.
we got some trips coming up. We might just be down there in Jacksonville, Mel. You never know. Any last words before we get out of here, Sonia? I'm going to try to bring you back up, perfectionist. I don't know why I dropped you down. Any last words before we get out of here, Sonia?
No, just thank you, Shank, for
Nice to
allowing
meet you,
us to
Sonia.
discuss this. Nice to meet you too. I appreciate being able to discuss it because I do have questions and I want to pick your mind with things as well. So thank you for being available.
You welcome. Appreciate you for pulling up on us. Any last
Okay.
words before we get out of here, perfectionist?
I said, if I tell you something, you won't get upset with me.
No.
I have a podcaster that got upset with me because I told him that he was wrong. I said, you need to start watching Shanks. I said, because he got more of information than what you put out a lot of false information. And I'm gonna tell you what his name is because it might come popping up on here sometime.
Don't do it because you know how it can turn. Because then I don't want him to get mad at me and then it turn left and you know how that go.
Yeah, I know. I used to be a podcaster, but he was giving out false information, and that's what I told you. You need to go to Shank. He can give you more, and plus he investigate further. What you're doing is going about. It seemed like to me he had one of them problems as uh, a man is more powerful,
Yeah.
and this is how it is, and what I say that's the way it's gonna go. You know, and I said, what?
Hmm.
And I said, but what you're giving is wrong. I said, you need to try checking out Shank. I know y'all go visit other people, but check Shank out.
Well, I appreciate the plug. I appreciate you plugging me, promoting me.
But you're not upset with me.
No, I'm glad you promoted me.
Okay. I want to make sure.
Yeah. And I hope this ain't your last time pulling up over here.
No, but I'm gonna tell you something. I barely ever get notices that you own. But I got one
Well,
tonight. That's what I couldn't understand.
well, as well, I'm just gonna say this, y'all. Um, they trying to sabotage my channel, and that's because of how real my channel is. I stick to the facts. Y'all see, people tell me all the time, Shane, I don't get your notifications. You know, my y'all see certain demonstrations that I do. It only be 3 people in my chat, and I'll be like, well, goddamn. So y'all
Well,
just keep.
make one also on Facebook. Not just
I,
here, but on Facebook as well.
I'm on Facebook. Make sure everybody, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on all my other social media platforms. My other social media platforms is Shank Rock. I really need everybody to support me on all of my social media platforms. And I will go live on all my other social media platforms. Any last words for you get out of here, Mel? I see you. I see you, perfectionist.
Okay,
Any
night
last
night.
words, Mel?
Oh no, it was nice to meet you, perfectionist. No, it's always a good time, you know.
Nice meeting you too, though.
It's always good to, you know, deal with the facts that we have, but it's still also good to have an open mind and just be full of questions because having a lot of questions is how you learn a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard when you in these spaces to try not to offend anybody else and how they feel about things. You know, and I try to do my best, but I just appreciate people that appreciate my point of view, and I appreciate people that don't appreciate it, because I don't mind if somebody says something. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a kind of person that exchange any kind of negative energy, but I take what you say and then I check myself. So I appreciate that. Later, bud.
All right. Appreciate you, Mel.
All right.
All right. As always, y'all know that I really appreciate y'all. Salute. Make sure y'all are subscribing to the content creators that my moderators are dropping in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to my moderator April channel. And once again, y'all, if I can really get the support, then I can really take my platform. I can really do my movies and my films. I can really take it to that next level, y'all. I really want to get into the podcasting, but I do need financial support because it takes money. And I do know that prices is up. And I do know that, people finances ain't straight, because my finances ain't straight. But if I could really get some support financially, man, I could really make things work. So, I will start to go live on Facebook. I'm trying to learn how to work Twitch. My Facebook is Shank Rock. All of my social media platforms are Shank Rock. All right. So I hope to see y'all. And make sure when y'all go to my other platforms, y'all gotta let me know who y'all are, because y'all names change on the different platforms. Y'all be following me on the different platforms and y'all under different names, and y'all be expecting me to know who y'all are. And I'll be like, and y'all be like, yeah, Shank, I talked to you on Facebook, I talked to you on Instagram, and y'all be holding conversations with me, and like I'll be like, well, who the hell is you? Like, I'm supposed to remember you from YouTube and you under a different name. But anyway, I'll see everybody back tomorrow on this channel at 12 p.m. Let me get out of here, y'all. Salute. I will leave the chat running, and y'all can hang around for as long as y'all like to. Salute. You're doing a good job.
Look who's calling. Hello?
Hey, Naira. This is T.
Hey, T. How you doing?
I'm good. I actually just came out of a meeting, and the offer that I just fell through, actually. So I was wondering if you were still on board for that. And also, I talked to a major plug, and he has opened up the pipelines for me. So with him doing that, the extra hustle I was telling you about with that cute face to go with it is open as well. So I was just wondering if you are still interested.
You know what? I'm down. I'm with it.
Okay, let's get this started. I'll be bringing you the paperwork. We'll go over that, and then I'll let you know about the other things.
Okay, I'm looking forward to speaking to you. Thank you for calling me.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Wow. And that's why I never trusted her in the first place.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her tune it up.